Hey, y'all. I'm just waiting for maybe if anybody else is going to come in. Maybe. Let's see. What y'all doing? Chilling. Chilling is good. Beat the heat. Shit, Callie got, you a surfer? You surf? You should take up surfing. I heard it's great. I heard it's refreshing and shit. That's what I heard. All right, we about to wait for like a little bit more, and now I'm about to get into it. Y'all been watching these YouTube videos about how, remember like a year ago or two that they started talking about like male loneliness or whatever, that men started feeling like they don't have any friends and nobody wants to date them and shit. Well, this shit has turned over a new leaf, okay? I woke up this morning cracking the fuck up because this shit came on my feed and I just clicked it and I started watching it. I was dying, okay? These niggas are fucking delusional. Anyways, my point coming on here tonight was Aries. I don't care if you're male or female. Mostly female, but I'm just saying. Aries, listen. You doing your healing work and you changing it and switching shit up, everybody's following suit. And don't we always, we're the trendsetters and shit? Don't we always? Yes, okay? And I mean, kudos to you. And I also want to give like a shout out to my great-great-grandmother, Big Mama, and my grandmother and my mother. But I'll get more into that in a minute. But I mean, just think about how far we come as women, but black women especially. But the things that came up on my feed, heavy Gemini energy right now. The things that came up on my feed this morning. Now I'm realizing that it's not just black women, but you know, it started from like, you know, just black people in general with slavery and shit, right? But women in general. And you know what's funny is I used to like, I'm not gonna say I looked down on like feminism in the 90s when I was like a teenager. I'm not gonna say I looked down, but I always wondered why they was like this. Why they showing, why they screaming, why, you know? But I guess I was just too young to understand. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm wait a couple more minutes and see who else come in. What's up, y'all? So, like I was saying, I'll reiterate for those who of you who just joined me. This morning I woke up and something popped up on my feed on YouTube where I was looking at I clicked on it. I was looking at how some men in this country are threatened now because of women being empowerment and all this other shit. Da 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 da. You know, the real reason why I'm on here tonight is because of Aries. Everybody knows that change is inevitable, right? Like, you can't stop change. It's gonna happen, right? And I just want to like credit it our not only our sign Aries, but our gender. Now, for all the males that are on here right now, I'm not crediting you, okay? My thing is, Aries are very inventive and like innovators. We're always the first ones to do shit. Even we're the ones to go into a dark room or a dark cave when nobody else wants to go in there. Nobody else wants to go in there, right? But somebody has to go in there, right? That's us, right? And this whole movement that I saw this morning, it really stirred my soul, and it made me laugh, and it made me proud, because here I am in my own little world, because I'm a single person, right? I've had so many failed relationships, and I've had so many failed like friendships. Like, those are relationships as well, right? But I kept moving, right? And that's Aries energy right there. We keep moving, right? We don't never stop. We don't care. We don't give up. And from people seeing us do this, we've invented a whole move it on movement. That's what I've been seeing lately. Today. You know what's funny is I'm not a social media person. I'm on social media. Okay, this is my platform, right? Right? Yeah, it's because I'm an Aries and I have a platform, and you know I'm on here. But my point is, I'm not like I'm on a Facebook. I'm not on Twitter. Like I don't like, it's not entertaining to me. But this particular thing I clicked on this morning, it caught my attention, right? And so I clicked on it, and it's all about how women have been demoralized by men for so long that now women are no longer tolerating that shit, and men are like blaming it on who knows what. They're not taking any accountability though, right? And no shade to men, especially my collective. I love y'all. You know that. And most of y'all are going to agree with what I'm going to say or whatever, you know. I appreciate that. But I'm just saying, I had to get on here. I had to. I was like, you know what? It's time, it's time to get on here tonight. Because the things I've seen on these, like, particular links that I was watching, during my time today between clients, right? I knew that once I got home and I cooked and I walked the dog and I went to, see my friend. I showed her the video and everything else. And you know what? I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to, because I'm not going to say I'm taking credit, because I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, I know that Aries does a lot of things before other people do them because they're not scared to. That's the whole thing about us. We're not scared to do it. We're not scared to speak out. We're not scared to move a different way. We're not scared to go against the grain. We're not scared to take a leap of faith. Hence the Fool card, Aries energy, right? We're not scared to tap into our childlike innocence, okay? With the the Page of Wands. You know what I'm saying? We're not scared to do that. So the more I was watching these videos today, the more I was like, that's Aries energy. So I was like, fuck it, I'm about to get on here. Okay. So yeah. Hello to all many subscribers. I'm Yaya. Hi. Hello to all my new subscribers. Hello to all my existing subscribers. What's up, y'all? Yeah, I'm really on here for you, okay? See, I cannot make this up. Look, I can't make this up. Big Mama. Now, this is who the fuck I'm talking about. This is who I'm talking about. Did I just not say that I was watching this video this morning and this is what came up to me? The women that went through shit they had to go through for us to fucking make it through. If it wasn't for Big Mama, which is why I named this card Big Mama in the first place. I met her once when I was about 12 years old before she passed away. She was 104 years old when she passed away. But if it wasn't for Big Mama and all of our big mamas who endured abuse, neglect, having to be pregnant their whole lives until they hit menopause, having to suppress their emotions, having to just do what they needed to do to survive and to make sure their children survived, actually. That's what this whole thing is about. I'm so happy and proud that Big Mama was her. Because she, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm writing this story and it has something to do with that. But, you know, a lot of women actually, like, they off themselves. And a lot of women off their husbands, actually. They did. Nobody talked about, like, you know, black on black crime back in those days. But if Big Mama gave her husband, like, a tea or a soup or something and he passed away that night, nobody cared. Now, did they want to do that? No, they were just oppressed. Back before 1940 or something, or even 50s, women in general, especially black women, couldn't afford anything because they had to be married at a certain time, even at the age of 13 or something when they got their period. Okay? So they could bear children, right? They couldn't afford anything because they didn't have any money, income, no education. You know, not having the ability to like buy property, or because they didn't have any money, number one, but you know, couldn't get an education, couldn't you know, get a loan because they had to have their husband sign off on it. You feel what I'm saying? So Big Mama, thank you, Big Mama. Yeah, my ancestor. Okay, thank you, Spirit, because she's definitely part of my spirit team, my soul tribe. You feel me? But someone is most important to their family. Someone's trying to break up you and their son's relationship. For some of you, you were the catalyst to somebody's growth, and somebody's mother is most likely your ex person's mother, who broke you guys up because you were their catalyst for their growth. You were supposed to show them the way on how not to be independent, how not to be dependent on somebody else or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And how to be a real man or woman or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes this happens, okay? Sometimes that happens. Mirror magic. Somebody's watching you very closely. Now, I was thinking earlier if I should do this as a collective reading or if I should do this as like an Aries reading. We'll see what happens. But so far, I'm leaning towards like collective reading, all right? Which means I'm going to just say like the genders of the cards when I read them, but flip the roles like I always tell you guys. I mean, that's like tarot. You can't really put a gender to the, you know, you can't really say, you know, King of Cups and say it's a male. It's like, it has everything to do with the energy, right? So mirror magic here, okay? Mirror magic. Somebody's like having an awakening. That's what I'm getting from that card. Either somebody's having an awakening right now or somebody doesn't want you to have an awakening, but I'm getting a lot of people are having awakenings. That's the reason why I got on here in the first place. People are awakening right now, right? And some people need like some kind of direction. And I have like, you know, a job to do here, okay? You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I mean? But yeah. Access granted. You call things in, you get things in. Manifestation progress here. I feel like the more people awaken, the more people have access to their manifestation abilities. Heavy Aries energy. I'm getting the full card. Again, I got the full card a minute ago. Access granted. I believe that in this day and age, people are waking up right now, okay? That's what's going on here. And the people that want to stay stuck can actually stay stuck, though. See, that's the thing. Like, if somebody bashes you, for example, okay? Like online or whatever, wherever, even in person. Because I seen this video earlier about this girl getting bashed in person. She didn't care. She was smiling and laughing and shit, right? But I believe that the people that are bashing change, because change is inevitable. And that's the thing, Aries. If I'm talking to you, that's the thing. Change is inevitable. Everybody knows that. That's the way of life itself. Change is inevitable. There's nothing anybody can do about that. Yeah, even the Lord thy God, Most High, okay? Whoever you want to call him or her, okay? But people are starting to wake up here. That's what's going on. And I think that the more people wake up, the more, like, you know, knowledge they need, okay? Because society wants to make you think a certain way. And, you know, the people that question that are the ones that need help figuring it out, you know, figuring out how to wake up, right? Yeah, that's why I'm here. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Capricorn energy. This is the death card, actually. Okay. I'm sorry, the devil card. People are starting to realize addictions and greed and envy and material. Yeah, nobody can, like, hide from this anymore. People are starting to realize this. Now, people that want control over you, for example, those are the ones that want you to be dependent on them, right? But people are starting to wake up to the fact that they don't have to be dependent on someone. Because this whole thing this morning when I woke up with the video was the fact that, especially women, yeah, because there was like a few videos on like just black women, but women in general. Because there was a few white women that were speaking, and I was like, okay, yeah. Which, you know, I really don't I don't have a lot of, I actually don't have any white friends anymore. Not white women. I have 2 white male friends from high school that I still hang out with. And I know their parents. And his mother is very sweet, and I think she loves me. I think she does. I know she likes my food. Anyway, so the fact that people are waking up now is a really big deal. And they need direction or whatever. But my real point is that people are making it so, because you see other videos too. You see videos of people saying that, oh, women just have too many high standards. They're just asking for too much and all this. Oh, what about my grandmother and my grandfather? Not understanding that their grandmother, not their grandfather, because I remember this shit when I was young too, growing up. Their grandmother, not their grandfather. Their grandmother was the one oppressed. Because she had no choice but to stay with him because women didn't have rights. I mean, can we just be real here? IP address, someone got caught using your pet's content. You can't be duplicated. Someone really wants to duplicate you as like their grandmother or grandfather's choice. That's what I'm hearing, because we're doing, like, this whole reading is going to be about Aries. Basically Aries, but I'm not sure yet. It might turn out to be a collective reading, but the way times are changing and the way people want to stop it so fucking bad, because I swear, you guys know, you guys watch me. You know that every week it comes out that somebody wants to control you. Or a cross watcher. You're the one wanting to control. Because I know you guys watch me. I'm not stupid. I know y'all watch me. I'm not fucking dumb, okay? I've been getting this obscene phone call from this one person on like a no caller ID number. This motherfucker's retarded. Anyway, you know, This whole changing thing to me, because I know how Aries are, the reason why things are changing is because of you. So God bless you. You're doing a great job here. Everybody else is following suit because they follow suit with whatever we do. Aries, okay? That's just what it is. Yeah, it's got Capricorn energy again. Capricorn energy. This is like the devil card where somebody does not want you to stop being who you are. Innovating, motivating. But that's just who you are. They always try to stop you though. It doesn't have to necessarily be a Capricorn. It can just be that kind of energy. Right? I know you know what I'm talking about though. Alright? I know you know what I'm talking about, Aries. I know you're listening. Thank you so much for being here. Alright? Do you think I'm sexy? Someone's afraid to say that they like you. Someone only wants sex. You're gonna collective, I'll say. You're gonna know the difference here between somebody who just wants to have sex with you and somebody who just somebody who genuinely wants you. That's what's going on. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what's going on in society right now. Women especially, because women have the pussy. Women have the pussy. Women have the pussy. Women have the pussy. If we stopped having sex, okay, yeah, Spirit just said if we were even allowed to have that choice, because we're still not allowed to have that choice really. But women are the ones that choose whether humanity actually goes on. Humanity. Humanity. You can be seeing 478, 169, 974. I just heard. Hold on, y'all. Cooper, stop. Go in time out. Now. What's wrong with you? Get. Yo, how about my dog was like under the table listening to me and he was chewing on his little pee-pee pad and he never done that before. He's a boy, and so yeah, all these males are figuring they're gonna try to still have some kind of control. I just put his ass in timeout. Like, what? What? See, that's always another thing I used to always tell people. Like, I never thought I would love a dog, right? But I've loved dogs in my past, like niggas that was dogs. Okay. Anyways, like, that's another thing. There was another thing about the on the YouTube video I was watching about how people are saying that women are gonna die alone with their cats. Okay. So everybody dies alone. Everybody dies alone. It's not like you die with somebody else like at the same time or something. Like you was born alone. Even if you're a twin, you was born one at a time. You feel me? So motherfuckers need to get over their shit anyway. Anyway. Any fucking way. Orange. It's your lucky color. Eat more oranges. This to me seems like sunlight energy. Alright? Live in the sun. Live in the sun, okay? Whatever makes you fucking happy. That's what you need to be doing. Yeah, people always talk about, oh, I need to pay the bills, da 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 da. I live in a college town, so my hair salon, I have a lot of college kids come in and out, right? And they always be like, oh, I changed my major again. I'd be like, oh, why? Oh, well, my parents told me I should be a doctor or something, right? And then I'd be like, oh, is that what you want to do? No, that's why I changed my major. Oh, what'd you change it to? Environmental science. Oh, that's great. You like animals and shit? You like the environment? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, why do you think that's a problem? Like, my parents said that, you know, it's more lucrative to be a lawyer. Okay, great. You could have both. I always tell people this, like, whatever you might want to do for free, that's what you should do for a living. Now, granted, I know everybody has to pay the rent and the bills. Great. How about do everything you like me, and get paid for it? Because I swear to God, I do everything I love, and I get paid for it. Why? Because I'm passionate about everything I do, because I love what I do. Now, you might just have a job just to pay the bills. That's wonderful. But it doesn't mean you have to stop doing what you love. Period. Period. All right, broke asshole. Someone followed the crowd. Now they need your financial help. You're rich. Now, richness can be the form of anything, and I believe wholeheartedly that health is wealth. Health. You know, another thing that came up in my feed that I didn't press, it was like there's some new STD or something. I was dying. I was laughing. Yo, I woke up laughing this morning. Thank you, Spirit. For real. Today, I woke up laughing because I looked at my phone to see, you know, if there's any other booked appointments, which there was, okay? But other things I seen on my feed on YouTube was the thing about men being like, you know, sad because, you know, women don't date them anymore, number one. Number two, the thing about this new STD. I was dying. I didn't click on that one because I'm like, I don't even have sex, so there's no reason for me to click on that one. But I read like the headline. I started rolling. That shit was funny as fuck. There's a new STD. I was dying. I was dying. Okay. Somebody needs your financial help. Obviously, like, people don't want to work. That's the whole thing. Okay. Oh, that's another thing. There was another feed that came on that I didn't click on because I was like, this bitch is full of shit. Another feed that I seen that I didn't click on was a bitch that was like, this is what you need to do to be a good wife and keep a man and shit. I was like, no, swipe. I'm not gonna, like, because obviously she's gonna be talking shit. All right, because she ain't got no self-esteem, obviously, right? I was dying. That shit was funny. Y'all woke up laughing. I swear, Spirit, if you wake me up laughing every morning, I will love you for the rest. Well, I already do, but I swear, I'll be like overjoyed, like I was all day today, all day long, and I had a long day too, but all day long I was like laughing. It was just the best day, okay, and it was nice out too. It was nice out. It wasn't even humid or nothing. But yeah, all right. Strings attached. Someone gave you a cursed gift with strings attached. Don't accept any gifts right now. This is the whole thing about what I was saying earlier about this YouTube thing that came up earlier this morning. Nobody has to take anything from anyone if they don't want to. They can choose to not accept anything that don't want. That's the whole thing about what's going on right now with men, with women. They're really upset because we won't accept just a bullshit gift. We won't accept just a mediocre fucking offer. We won't accept just the bare minimum anymore. And you know, it's funny. Like I said earlier on, like if you guys were watching me earlier, I said this earlier. I actually really thought that I was kind of alone because I was like, okay, Because this was like 3 years ago when I got divorced. And I got a restraining order on him and everything. He was very abusive, okay? Especially emotionally. But I really thought, maybe that's why I was so happy this morning when I saw this shit. And I started rolling right away. Like 5 minutes into it, I was laughing, okay? And I was commenting and everything. But maybe, like, this is what it is. Men have to actually step up now. And no shade to any men that watch me, because I love y'all. Obviously, y'all like me. That's why y'all watch me. Unless you're a cross-watcher and you just trying to, like, you know, get insight on how to trick women or something, or trick an Aries, because you guys know I'm an Aries. Okay? It's not working, obviously, right? So that's why you keep watching? I don't know. Anyways, this is what it is, okay? For some of you, this is what it is. They're like, if I give this person something, they're going to give me what I want. Like, I know that a lot of men expect, like, you know, sex after, like, the third date. Isn't that like the 3 times a charm or whatever? Isn't that like the fucking saying or whatever the fuck? All right? This is exactly why I don't let a man pick me up for a date. I meet them there and I don't let them pay for anything. I pay my own shit. So they know damn well that I'm not giving up shit, right? Now, if they keep dating me and it goes past like 6 to 8 months, then I know the person is at least interested. Because I'm not going to sit there and think that a man's interested just because he wants to date me. Oh, no. Actually, I'm 40. I'm not, listen, I'm 40. So, obviously, I know better than that, right? And yeah, I've been married, and yeah, I have a child. Yes. Because that's another thing. What she was saying earlier on the video. Some people fantasize the fact of getting married at, like, you know, at least 25, right? And having children and all that. Because if you don't by that time, you're a spinster. You're an old lady with cats. And yeah, like I said, I love my dog. And yes, I have been in love with dogs, with dudes that was dogs. But I never thought I would love like a physical dog. And he's my baby. He's the love of my life. I love my dog, okay? And, you know, when people first saw me with the dog 3 years ago, they used to say, oh, well, you know, we never knew that you were going to have a dog because we didn't think that you were that nurturing and shit. Yeah, I'm not going to give my fucking heart and nurturing shit to fucking a nigga that don't deserve it. And that's what's going on in society right now. That's exactly what's going on. I just saw 999. 999. That's what's going on in society right now. All right? It's a upset. It's a forever love or trying to get you back. Somebody's locked up. Don't tell me somebody's locked up and trying to get you back in jail. It's because they're desperate, right? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's like, you know, when they were out in the world and shit like that, they were using you or like using either you or somebody else, like, or both of y'all, whatever, right? And now they're like, I want to marry you now. Don't fall for this shit. Don't fall for this shit. You could be seeing like 375, 753. 375, 753. Wow. Take a pill, off their meds or need some meds. Somebody was hospitalized recently for needing like some kind of medication. All right, because they're off their fucking meds. That's what I was thinking earlier too, watching these videos. I was thinking, I don't think it's really a big thing anymore to call somebody crazy like they need meds. I think it's just a pandemic of people that can't control you, and so they say they're crazy when they kill their family, or they're crazy when they kill their girlfriend, or they're crazy when they shoot up a school or something like that, or a church or something. It's not crazy. It's they don't have control anymore. That's what this is. It's not crazy. Can we stop fucking like glorifying meds and crazy? No, it's because they don't have control anymore. That's the reason why. Can we not fucking, please can we stop fucking saying they need meds and they're crazy? When I was growing up, for example, nobody said I had ADHD. Probably because it wasn't like a thing. Like it wasn't like a term, right? It wasn't a term yet or whatever, right? But Everybody knew I had high energy. Everybody knew I couldn't sit down. Trust me, if y'all see me in real life, I don't sit down. I'm only sitting down because yeah, Spirit just said maybe I should do a thing where I have a high desk and I just keep fucking throwing out. You know what? That could be a new thing that I might try. I might try that. Watch, next week I'm gonna see somebody online that's doing that shit because I just said it. Because we're trendsetters, Aries. That's why. But I might just do that, okay? Anyways, my point is, nobody had a fucking term for ADHD back when I was growing up. You know what we said was, oh, they're active, just put them in fucking sports. Which is the reason why, to this day, in my 40s, I still do sports. I still do everything and I'm so happy I do. I am way better off than these fucking 20-year-olds that don't want to do shit and expect everybody to do shit for them. People want to go back to the 1940s and 1950s where women are dependent on men. And men that are smart know that that's not the right thing to do because they will not benefit from that. They know society is not like that anymore. And you can't go back to the past like that. Smart men know this. And you know what? Smart men know how to talk to you too. These men that want women to go back to the past and live in the past like the great grandmothers and shit, they don't have any smarts. They don't want you to talk to them either. They want you to just like feed them, fuck them, leave them the fuck alone. Right? That's basically what it is. It's like the truth, right? All right, it's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Just smile and smile and smile and smile for me. It's better than any word I ever heard. Yeah, that's exactly that song, actually, right? It's probably why I wrote this card down, but let's see. It's written all over your face. You know who was always against you, and you have a great poker face. For some of you, you're just letting people play their own karma out without any reaction at all, which I like that. I'm really, really good at having a poker face when it comes to people from my past. People, actually, you know what? Poker face is not the word, because people from my past, if they actually come around me, I act like they don't exist, period. I actually don't look at them in the eye at all. And that's the worst thing you could ever do to an enemy of yours, actually. And you know what's funny is they're not my enemies. That's the thing. I don't really have any malice for them. I forgive them. And I don't want any malice with them because I don't have any feelings anymore. Yeah, it reminds me of a dream I had the other night. I don't have any malice or anything for these people. I'm very over it, much over it. And the fact that they have feelings still about the reason why I don't give them any physical eye contact is the reason why I know they're still pressed, but it's like I don't care, right? I don't care. Who gives a fuck? 444 3434 3434. One more. Solicitation. Don't let people just think they can get what they want from you just because you're you. For most of you, you've put up a lot of boundaries. That's the most important thing about the reason why I'm on here right now. Is because people are so mad, especially you women out there. People are so upset at the fact that you won't let them come in and 3 of Swords you again. Or 10 of Swords you again. They're so angry about that shit. Or that you don't need them for emotional stability. The fuck? Yeah, because you know what? For most of you, you could take care of yourself. You don't have to fucking like depend on anybody to pay your bills. You don't have to depend on anyone to fucking... you do everything on your own. You wash your own clothes. You pay your own bills. You're really good at your own job that you have. Like some of you are entrepreneurs, for fuck's sake. Aries Nation, okay? Yeah, I just heard Libra and Leo. But, yeah, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces. Like, some of us are, very, very independent, all right? And people are upset, especially for women. Women, they're upset because you don't need a man. Not because you fucking, okay, it'd be better for them if the fuck you were fucked up. And for most of you, that's why you're being attacked. I just heard Pisces energy really strong. Aquarius too. But yeah, somebody's on the cusp watching me. Hi. But if you need it, like it'd be better for them. I'm just gonna say collective. It'd be better for them collective if the fuck you were fucked up without them than for you to be really stable and like glowing and shining and shit and really elevating your life without them. Like they hate the fact that you're doing this shit without them. It could be your own family for some of you. Yep. I'm getting that strong. That's the Pisces energy. Strong, heavy. Virgo energy. Oh, shit. Scorpio. Like, strong Scorpio right now, too. Somebody scream. Don't watch me. Don't watch me. And by the way, I'm not even looking at the comments right now, y'all. For some of y'all being really nice and sweet and shit. For some of, I know, that's the reason why I don't look at the comments. For some of y'all can kiss my, grits. I bet you don't even know how to make grits, do you? You don't even know how to make grits. Your grandmother made them. What, you missed your grandmother's cooking? She's gone. Yeah, and you know why she's gone? Not because of old age, because your grandfather misused her and abused her. And she was pregnant her whole life. That's why. Heavy Gemini energy right now. Virgo, Aquarius, Pisces. Who the fuck are these people? Maybe the people that are watching me. Hold on, y'all. Spirit just said for some of y'all feminines, you got other feminines like in your family who are hating on you because you independent. Because you don't need a man, so? Or they try to like, downplay you. They be like, oh, you gonna find the one, you'll find the one, and you be like, I don't want the one, like, I'm the one. And they be like, don't worry, you gonna be all right one day and shit. Like, listen. God's goddesses, angels, ancestors, spirit guides on my highest good. Thank you so much for letting me channel for my collective. All the like negative energy being sent to me and our soul tribe is being sent back to the sender immediately, and it shall rest with that person and their family members forever. Ashe. For some of y'all feminine energies, the spirit just said this. You got feminine energies in your family. I just heard cousin. Second cousin? Second cousin? Who the hell is she? This bitch don't like you because you don't need a man and she just is stuck somewhere. Yeah. I'm getting the Six of Swords in reverse. The bitch is stuck somewhere she can't leave. Yeah, she like your great grandmother. She can't go nowhere because she's dependent on this nigga. You know, I'm always thinking, why? Like this is my thought process. Why? Like most men are threatened by women, and it's like, well, I don't understand, because why would you not want a woman always like banging on your door asking for something, or calling you asking you for something? But some of these niggas need like validation that they're important because they have no physical importance for themselves. Some of these motherfuckers don't got shit. They don't work. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they live on somebody's couch. You feel me? It's not our fault, though. They want to place the blame on you. I know. Spirit just said, don't take any of that blame for yourself. It's not your fault. It's whose fault is it? It's not yours. Oh, shit. Spirit just said it's their mama's. Damn. I don't think so. But a lot of people have young mothers, though. Don't put it past, like, this is the thing, like, way back in the day when my great-grandmother was, like, you know, young and all that, like, if somebody got pregnant, they would lie and say that the person was, like, away visiting, like, family members or something, and they wouldn't even come back with the baby. Hence, my grandmother, my aunt's having a child at 14 years old, and it came out one day that she got pregnant by an uncle that wasn't even our uncle, okay? But she gave the baby away for adoption, and then her daughter, who was her oldest daughter, because she had her when she was 14 years old, found us because they sent her to visit Big Mama, right? That's what we were told, right? We didn't know she was pregnant, but she came back without no baby, right? And when the daughter was old enough, she came back and found us, right? And so I remember, like, I was like 15. But 5 years later, she passed away. But, I mean, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can we stop brushing the shit under the rug that women are just so, like, dehumanized and shit and the fuck? Men, I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not diminishing men. I'm saying some men, not all, and especially the ones that watch me. Yeah, except for the ones that are cross watchers that hate me, which I know who you are. You're not hiding from me. I'm not gonna say your name because you're not that important. But for some men, they would die in a ditch without women, and they know it, which is the reason why they work so hard to make sure that women think that we need them so bad. But I've never been happy or single. Never. I remember when I was younger, I used to always be like, you know, because society and shit tells you if you're not married with children and all that, that something's wrong with you, right? I'm so glad I'm over that. Thank God. Okay. And now I know I can find the right person because I'm whole. 2 half people can't make a whole. No. Nope. We're not food. We're not a bagel. Like, I just got this in my mind's eye. We're not bagels. If you take like a half of a bagel and another half of another bagel and put them together, yeah, you can eat that as a sandwich, right? It probably tastes really good. I was thinking like a everything bagel with like, you know, an onion bagel. Like, and you can put any cream cheese. You can even put 2 cream cheeses in there, but it's gonna taste good, right? Human beings don't work that way. It has to be 2 whole people coming together. Because you really will fuck your children up too. Another reason why great-grandmother and grandmother were fucked up and they would never, like, maybe you guys, you know, for some of you did know that, but for some of you didn't. You didn't know that just because grandmother or great-grandmother was, you know, married for 50 years doesn't mean she was happy. And she probably told you at the end of the day when granddaddy or great-granddaddy passed away. I know my grandmother, I remember when I was really, really little, and that's another thing. People don't understand that kids remember things too. We're not dumb. We remember things. Like kids suck everything in like a sponge. I don't know why people don't think that, but it's true, okay? You can teach your child from the age of born till 5, like the most things, and they will remember everything. I know I remember everything too. I remember everything. Anyway, my father was very abusive, right? But he learned it from his own father because I remember my grandfather, when I was at my grandma's house, she would always have dinner ready for him, right? But he would get back around 6, maybe sometimes 7. And he would just come in, put his coat on the chair in the kitchen, no matter what she was doing. But his dinner was always ready. Put his coat on the back of the kitchen chair, and she would hand him his meal, and he would go into the room and eat his dinner. Then he would just, at least he would fucking put his plate in the sink. I remember that. At least he would do that. Sometimes he wouldn't, though. It's funny. I remember him doing it sometimes, and sometimes I remember him not doing it. Maybe I just missed it sometimes. I might have been playing or something, right? But I remember the shower. I remember hearing the shower, and he would go right back into the room. And that was it. He wouldn't say, hi, how are you? He wouldn't kiss nobody. He wouldn't hug nobody. And, when my father passed away, I started realizing the reason why my father wasn't a good father is because he didn't have a good example. But my father could have done better. He could have learned better. Because he had 2 good women, which I thought in the past. He has 2 good women in his life. Because we were born Muslim. Now, my mother was second wife. My mother was the best. Well, I still haven't met anybody better than my mother. God bless her. But, his first wife, my godmother, I'm just realizing how fucking wrong this bitch was. Because she let him do this. She let him do it. And in Muslim tradition, you're supposed to, if you don't agree with somebody marrying somebody else, then they just wouldn't get married. But she agreed. But I know now, and it's funny. My oldest sister once said this. She go, and if you guys watch me for over a year now, I always talk about this. My oldest sister from my godmother's side, which is the first wife of my father, told me when I was born that I ruined their family. Make that make sense, though, when, she said, oh, it's okay for you to marry somebody else. Like, you feel me? Anyways, men are so pissed off now because women are starting to realize we don't need them. They're so mad. Okay. Even though they demonize us and all the other shit. Yeah, because they want us to be abused and used and all the other shit. Okay, that's great. Theft. Aries. I know that's right. Aries. Big Aries. Aries. That's what I'm talking about. Contentment. Gratitude. I know that's right. See, people are like so mad because, especially women, we're so okay with being by ourselves. And we're not chasing after fucking people that want to harm and hurt us. That's the whole thing here. It's going on globally. Globally. Work, job, business. Peace, harmony, calm. I cannot make this up. I don't even have to pull anymore from here. Gains, increase, level up. Illusionist. Wishy sister. Yo, for real, nigga. Word, okay? I really just can't make this shit up. And I had to take them all because they came out. I think I put like a few back, but I mean, this is like really sums it up right now for what I'm talking about here. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We have that first. People really just can't. I just saw the 3 of Swords. They want to break your heart again. But people really just can't come in and like do things that they want to do anymore. And that's the whole thing. That's why everybody's like, oh, we're fucking, you know, we're running out of fucking time here. The country's like, we're losing the country and shit. Like, yo, the videos I saw today that people were referencing when it comes to like people that want to control women were unbelievable. They were saying like how women, like some guy was like, well, I don't like the fact that a woman wants to be educated. I was like, it's 2026, number one. Number two, who taught you how to do this? Your grandfather's still alive? And I was like, he'll be dead soon. Like, what you gonna do after that? That's what I was thinking. It reminds me of slavery. It reminds me of slavery. See, that's the thing. After slavery was abolished, they started going after women because they were the lesser. I'm not saying we don't need men. I'm not saying that, okay? I still want a man to be around to give me the business, number one. And I don't even have sex. But, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I don't need a man to do anything but give me emotional support. Like if I want to talk about my day or something like that, or if I want to just hang out or whatever, right? And sex. And I don't even have sex. But if a nigga can't do it right, I don't want it. You feel me? Like, I mean, and, you know, I'm pretty sure somebody watching me is going to say I got high standards because of that. Because of that. I'm not even asking for a man that got money. I'm rich already. I don't need money. I got my own shit. And that's another thing. Niggas are so fucking obsessed with the fact that women have more money than them. Oh, I thought you said you don't want a woman that's like dependent on you. Like, it's so contradictory from all angles. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Especially if you're a black woman. Especially if you're a black woman. Oh, man, a black man just disagreed with me. Just agreed with me. A black man disagreed with me. High five. Oh, you want to date me too? Y'all don't ever want to date me though. It's always a nigga that wants to use me. That's all. But yeah, so we got theft. Okay. Theft. Look at this shit. It's a robbery, burglary, embezzlement, larceny. Like this like, listen, this is, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like the Seven of Swords. Okay. The seven, like dishonesty, theft, betrayal, like divorce. That's what it reminds me of. Somebody just wants to come in and use and abuse you and just leave. Now, it reminds me of, like I said earlier, I was watching a YouTube feed. This reminds me of one of the videos that was shown that was about how heavy Gemini. Who's this Gemini in y'all energy? Or either y'all watch me all the time. Hi. There, you know, there's such thing as somebody coming in and, you know, being okay with you being independent, being okay with you having your own money and your own this and that, and then coming in and siphoning all of your shit and leaving you for dead. There's such thing as that, including self-esteem. For some of you, it's an emotional thing too. I mean both of y'all. I mean cross watchers and my collective, because I know both of y'all watch me. For some of y'all, it's either you want to come in and take from collective, or you want to come in and be loving and caring for collective. Like, it's always like a, you know, it's an equal thing when it comes to evil and good. That's what the whole thing about this is, right? Oh, I was about to say, I thought they were going to be like, oh, you want to, I thought YouTube was going to be like, oh, you want to break? Actually, I do want to break real fast. Hold on. But yeah, theft. Some people still want to come in and steal, kill, and destroy like the devil. The devil's still running rampant, guys. He's never going to stop. It's going to be for eternity. I don't know if there's ever going to be some kind of utopia on Earth. I have no idea. All I know is you can make your own utopia in your own world, in your own life. And if you happen to find the person, that's even better. If you don't, that's fine, right? I know that's right. Y'all know what Spirit just told me to? Because you got some women out there that they just want to, like, because if you're anything like my mother, right? I learned from my mother in this way. If you're anything like my mother, she really likes to be of service. Of service, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. All women are, like, they have that inside of them. We like to be nurturing, right? But to the wrong person, it could, like, it could suck the life out of you, right? But so those of you who wants to be of service of a man, right? For example, I'm super in the business of women because I have a hair salon, number one, and I love to do that because I love women. I want to empower them, right? And I do, right? Thank God. Thank you, Spirit. But it's like, I started a catering business like 9 years now ago. And yeah, I'm ServSafe certified and all that. And because I really do like being of service to people, right? Especially men, because you know why? Men really appreciate it more because they can't fucking cook. That's why. So for those of you women out there, or who cares, men, it doesn't matter, but mostly women I'm talking to. For those of you who like to be of service of a man, you don't have to get married or whatever. You don't have to have a relationship with anybody. Open up a service business. Open up a cleaning service. Open up a laundry service. Start a catering business. You feel me? That way you don't feel empty at the end of the day with just giving yourself to somebody who's not going to give you anything fucking back. Now, if you have a business, you won't get money back. And be able to live, you feel me? Comfortably. Yeah, I'm talking to somebody just heard me that has a cleaning business. And that person's like, yeah, I know that's right. Yeah. I know that's right. I feel you. So yeah, we got theft right here, right? Robbery, burglary. Somebody still wants to come in and steal from you? Yeah, okay, great. What's new? Spirit, talk to me, please. Talk to me, Spirit. Yeah, the Page of Cups in reverse. Somebody who thinks they fucking know it all, they can't learn shit, they don't want to give their heart, okay? This is the one who wants you to give yours, okay? They want you to give yours, all right? Yeah, they're still waiting for you to come back around. This might be a past person. You know, I have a whole new perspective on past people today. And I always really do when I learn something else about my past. Which is the reason why I always dig into my past. Dig into your past. Collective. I'll just say collective for now. I'm not sure whether I'm going to name this collective or Aries, but you know, it's like the more I learn about who, and that's the thing. The more you learn about your past, actually, you learn about who you are, right? And you have more appreciation for your past because of what you've been through, number one. Number two, what other people had to go through to get to where, I think that's what I'm talking about. I learned so much more about what people went through because you know what's funny is, I told you earlier, there was a lot of white women in this particular video I was watching from, like, you know, she was referencing these videos when she was talking about them. And I had no idea that white women were going through as much as, you know, black women might have gone through or whatever. But, you know, we were like subject to more because we were slaves from the beginning, right? Black women in this country's ancestors came from slavery. White women, not so much. But in like the 1930s and 40s, yes, they were going through the same, or even earlier than that. But you know what I mean, okay? What I'm saying is I had no, like, because I don't have any white friends. They don't really like me at all. But it put like certain things into perspective when it comes to women in general. And like I said, if you're just joining me, like I say, I'm not trying to bash men. I know there are good men out there. I'm not dumb. All right? But yeah, it's like somebody still wants you to, like, they're still waiting for you to come back around and shit, and they're not going to change. They still just want to fucking rob and steal from you. Your essence, I just heard. What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? Okay. You're being looked at as respected. So, okay, so this person looks at you with respect, but they still want to, okay, it's all about control here. I cannot make this up. I've been saying this since the beginning of the reading. Somebody still wants control over you. That's the whole point of this whole fucking life thing when it comes to some people. Some people, not you, collective. Some people. Yeah, they're still trying to fucking figure this shit out with the hangman. All right? They don't want to sacrifice themselves, but they're going to have to. It's almost like somebody saying, oh, well, you know, I'm going to have to change. To me, it's going to be a fake. Because they're not, okay, our spirit just said this. Thank you, spirit. Spirit just said this. Yes, they're going to have to change. If they're going to be anywhere in your vicinity, they're going to have to change. You know what? I'm very proud of you, collective. I'm going to say collective because I'm not sure if this is going to be Aries reading right now. But I'm very proud of you. This is the reason why I got on here tonight. Because I'm feeling the shift. Now, I've been feeling the shift for over a year now. But more so in the last, like, I would say 4 months now. I've been feeling the shift, like, in the atmosphere. Like, when I walk outside, I can feel it. You feel me? And then, I guess it was like the bow tie on the fucking cake today when I saw this video this morning when I woke up. Because I woke up laughing. And I love waking up laughing. There's nothing better than waking up laughing. Yeah, for y'all cross watchers that watch me and know that I'm single. Yeah, I'm very happy. Okay? I don't need a man. And yeah, I think that's why they attacked me in the first place. Because I'm so strong without them, right? Oh, God forbid I do better without somebody else. Like, for real. Okay? But no, seriously, this is what's going on in the whole collective world. People are, especially with women, they're very upset because you don't need them. That's why. Do we care? No. Not so much. All right? Yeah, Aries energy, so fucking hard. So hardcore. Aries, 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 Aries. I love y'all. Y'all know that. Aries, adventurous and energetic, pioneering, courageous, enthusiastic, confident, dynamic, quick-witted. Like, say no more. Like, you feel me? Aries. Word, okay? Fire element, Mars, red, magnesia, orange. The metal is iron. I cannot say any more than this when it comes to Aries, nigga. What, okay? People are starting to fucking come into their own. Aries energy is a fire energy, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy. We don't need anyone to back us up, number one. Number two, we will do what we need to do on our own. Number three, it shows. People are in this energy right now. You know, I believe that, like, okay, so it's 2026. Like, I don't really follow this as much as other people do, but I know this is, like, the year of, like, beginnings. Like, last year was, like, the 9 or something. This year is, like, the 10. Like, I heard that somewhere or I read it somewhere. And it's not even about that, really. What I'm really saying is Aries, we're always like the pioneers. Like, we were born this way in the first place. And now that we're in alignment, everybody else has to fucking fall into fucking alignment. Okay? You know, I always tell you guys, I'm so happy and proud and privileged and honored to be in this position at this time in this realm of reality. I don't give a fuck. I am. Because I could just feel the changes and shit. And I always think about my ancestors. And I was just about to get emotional right there. I always think about who's come before me. And I always am so grateful for that. Because I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. And I am. Hold on, just give me a second, because I'm just trying to hold back the tears. And I'm very grateful. I know my big mama, she's the one that passed this on to me. This spirituality thing. I know it, okay? So yes, you know, long-term security and all that shit, Okay, and you know that's the thing about Aries too. We're not in fear of change. Aries knows that things have to change. Aries moves with the motions of things. So the thing about it is with the way the world is going right now is people are so scared of change. They don't want things to change. They want things to stay like the same as they always been or whatever. But do people understand that things aren't the same as they used to be? Now, I'll say this. A lot of schools don't teach slavery either. They don't teach the fact that people were enslaved and shit. They don't want anybody to really recognize that shit. Who's this Cancer energy all of a sudden? Taurus, Virgo. Yeah, it's like, your family or something or whatever. All right, that's always trying to like instill in you something else that's not real. That's what I'm getting. But it doesn't matter. It's coming out. See, whoever invented, now I know it was a woman. I looked it up. I know it was a woman who invented fucking AI and all that. Okay, who invented fucking internet. Internet, like where it started. Internet. To where everything else got connected to it. You know why I know that? I looked it up. Number 2, you know why it wasn't surprising to me? It's because everything comes from a woman. Hello, we're the ones that have babies. Do you know in the animal kingdom, the women are the ones that hunt? Look at a lion. I'm getting Leo energy. Look at a lion. Look up a documentary about a lion. Spirit just said lioness. Okay, you want to be gender specific? Okay, Spirit. Look at a lion kingdom. I'll just say that. Look at a lion kingdom. And notice this. The women are the ones that hunt. And the men are the ones that take care of the children. And when they get too old, they have to fight another male to be the dominant male in the relationship when it comes to the tribe. Did you guys know that? And that goes for a lot of fucking, like, especially fucking, like, animals. And certain, like, there's still, what's funny is there's still certain amounts of, like, in other countries, not America, in other countries. Like, I know this one Asian culture, for example, where the women are the dominant ones. I seen it on a documentary one time, and it was like I was laughing the whole time because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this shit still exists, because it's not really like it's not a normal thing, okay? But it is normal in like the animal kingdom though. If you guys really look shit up and do your fucking research, and I think that's what's being forced on a lot of people nowadays, especially men. They don't have a choice. Oh, they're crying about fucking how they're, male, not like they're not socializing anymore and they don't have any friends and shit like that. And women don't want them and shit. So they're being forced to fucking look at themselves. Granted, some of them they still won't take account of heavy Sagittarius energy, heavy Libra energy. They're still not taking accountability, but they're being forced. I'm getting the fucking Hermit card, Virgo energy. They're being forced to go within. That's what's going on right now. Oh, they're so angry. Oh, God forbid you don't validate their existence and you're working on yourself. God forbid, But whatever. I mean, do we care? Not really. Like, it doesn't really make a difference. See, that's the thing. Your great-grandmother, it did make a difference. She couldn't do what you're doing. She couldn't be independent. And for the women that want to be dependent on men, do you. Just leave us the fuck alone and don't bash us, because you look stupid. You look stupid. No, to everyone, not just us. Anyway, so we have contentment, happiness, gratitude. Okay, she's like meditating here, and I love this pose. This pose right here, this is like a pose that aligns every chakra. Do you guys know about chakras? The crown all the way down to like, the sacral and all that. Do you guys know about chakras? Because this is a really good pose for chakras. And it says happiness and gratitude. A lot of people are like upset, especially because women are happy without them. And I say people because, like I just said, there's some women, and I know you guys know, I know you women out there that are watching me know that some women are upset. You want to know why they're upset? because they don't have any clarity, any inner clarity about who they are without a man. And so they want to make it seem like you're the problem because you don't have one. And they're so unhappy, trust me. It doesn't matter how good they look. I mean, please don't let, for some of you know this, please don't let social media and like, the way things look on paper cloud your judgment. Please, for fuck's sake, don't do that. And I think for some of you know better. You know better. I think for some of you know better. Yeah, that's when we really want to come out, okay? Balance, okay? This is what you have. You have the power to make decisions, and people are so pissed off about this. I can't make this up, though. This card really wants to come out. It was poking out of my deck when I was shuffling. You guys just seen me. All right? People are so mad because you can weigh your options. Either you can stay with this or that, or you can do this, or you can even move to another country if you want to. There's nothing stopping you anymore. Yeah, ain't no stopping us now. That's an old school song. It reminds me of roller skating. But yeah, like I said, it could even be, other women. Yeah, Spirit just said it could be other women in your family. I know that my godmother, I just said this earlier if you guys were watching. My godmother, she was the first wife. We were born Muslim. She was the first wife. My mother was second wife. I was the firstborn out of my mother's children, of 4 children. And when I was born, they said I ruined the family. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I thought my father agreed that you said that my mother was allowed to be a second wife. And I brushed it off, right? But they still continue to try to belittle me. And they're mad because number one, I don't speak to them anymore. Number two, I'm very well off I'm so well, like I'm doing so much better without them. That's what happens too, collective. When you're doing better without somebody who shit on you, it's like they want to blow your fucking brains off. That's how bad it is. And I'm trigger warning. For some of you, that's what happens. Not you watching me. But I know for some of you know that happened to people that you've loved in your life. Because they chose to step up and somebody was like, oh no. And, took their lives. Oh shit. Spirit just said this. It could be the other way around. Let's say grandmother Bunny was married since she was 12. And she had 8 children by a man 8 years older than her, and she was always unhappy. So by the time she was 36, she couldn't take it anymore, and she served him a certain tea. And I said, I'm not gonna say nothing else. She couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't take being pregnant every year of her life, and she couldn't take being abused, and she couldn't take her children being abused. And she couldn't take the no accountability. And I mean, y'all know what I'm saying, okay? I don't got to spell it out. See, I can't make it up. You have the power to choose. And here we go. This is what I'm talking about. You don't have to take this if you don't want to. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is the whole thing. That's what's going on in society. People are upset because, especially women, don't have to take the abuse no more. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. And nobody can say shit about it. Yeah, women can do whatever. And listen, I got guns. I don't know about y'all, females. I am licensed to carry, and I won't even call the police. I will kill somebody if that's what the fuck they want. I'll shoot somebody. And I will sit there and call the police, because that's what they say when you take the classes, which I've taken 2 classes so far in the past 6 years. All right, and they say that you have to be accountable when you shoot somebody. I'm not gonna say I will definitely kill somebody. Let me take that back. I will say that if I have to, I will. But I damn sure am going to, if I have, because I know how to fight. That's another thing. Women, or whoever, it doesn't matter. Put yourself where you belong. Please please learn how to defend yourself. Because I'll tell you one thing, okay? Okay, I'll just say women. If women, if you're getting attacked by a man, like even in the street, let's say you're a woman, you get attacked by a man in the street. Another man might be walking by. It reminds me of the Spider-Man movie. Like he wasn't Spider-Man no more, so he just didn't. But it wasn't a woman, it was a man. Anyway, so as a woman, let's say you're being attacked by a man, and another man walks by. He's most likely not to involve himself because he knows that the man might kill him. Because if he's attacking you as a woman, this man has no qualms with killing him. That's why it's not always because a man doesn't want to help you. It's not only because a man doesn't want to help you. He's in fear of his own life as well as yours. You feel what I'm saying? I just had to say that. I had to put that out. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I don't want no scrubs. Remember that song? All right, so yeah, you know, the whole thing about this is people are upset because you're happy without them. That you have choices and you don't have to take their fucking nasty ass cup. Yeah, scrubs, you know, remember that song? A scrub is a guy that thinks he's flying, always known as a buster, always talking about what he wants and just sit on his broke ass. My father was a scrub, and I noticed it's true. People aren't celebrating scrubs anymore. Like, just because you look good, okay? Because I'm picturing somebody that actually looks nice, whatever, but he's a bum. If you get too close to him, he stank. He don't even have good hygiene. Okay? I'm getting somebody with like a grill. It's because he don't got no fucking teeth. Yeah, Spirit just said somebody's teeth is falling out. I mean, if you don't have like in respect for your own body, then how would you have respect for somebody else's? Point blank, I mean, period. Like, okay. And then we have, okay, so next we have work, job, business. For some of you, that's all you're really focused on because you're like, okay, I'm focused on my future here. I'm getting the 4 of Pentacles. You're focused on, like, you know, your future. Like, yeah, I'm getting the 10 of fucking Pentacles. I'm getting Pentacles here. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but you might have that in your chart. But it's like, yeah, somebody's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn rising, I just heard. Like you're aspiring. aspiring to be that. Okay? But it's like, that's all you really, like, it's like, well, you know, especially if you're a woman, like, oh, how dare you focus on your fucking career and shit. Like, some niggas want you to quit your, like, I was dating a guy once. He was mad at me for not signing on a truck for him, and later told me that's the reason why we broke up. I'm like, what? Anyways, but he was the kind of guy that didn't want me to have my own business. So it was really strange. Contradictory. You don't want me to have my own business, but then again, my credit's so good that you want me to sign for you, and I don't sign. And so that's okay. That's the reason why. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, that's exactly the reason why he was trying to downplay my business. Is because if it wasn't benefiting him, then the fuck I shouldn't have it anyway. You feel me? Anyways, fuck off. Like, yeah, I mean, I just can't make this. Listen, I can't make this up. Sagittarius energy, balance and all this shit. This the fucking guy I'm talking about. This motherfucker. He would have ruined my life, actually. And I'm so glad I didn't get pregnant, because we was trying to get pregnant. Okay? But temperance is balance, harmony, self-control, moderation. You are very good at your job, whoever you are, collective. People are really pissed off about that. What? You're focused on yourself? Your job could be healing yourself. For some of you, that's all you're focused on right now. It's heavy Sagittarius and Scorpio energy right now. Yeah, heavy Scorpio energy. Capricorn energy right now too. Libra energy. Maybe you're like really focused on just healing yourself. And what the fuck is wrong with that? Nothing. But somebody's making you feel bad about that. Tell them to fuck off. Tell them to fuck off. If they have a problem, tell them to call me. Yeah, my information's in the fucking bio section. If they want to fucking what? If they want to what? Because I don't really argue, bitch. I'm going to tell you whatever it is. I'm going to hang up on you. Because there's nothing else I can say, but you a loser, bitch. Bye. Hey, I'm an advocate for y'all. Anyway, we have peace, harmony, calm. I can't make this shit up, though. All right? You could be seeing 1111. He's got the peace signs up. 44, I just heard. 44. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this up. This is all about new romance projects, jobs, inspiration to create. This is Aries energy here, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is Aries energy. Peace, harmony, and calm. Listen, Aries, I said this shit earlier in the reading. The reason why everybody is calm and peace and harmony right now is because you are calm, peace, and harmony. We are the ones that everybody falls to. Everybody wants to be an Aries. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. The reason why Aries gets attacked so much is because they want to destiny swap. They don't want to put the work in, though. Aries is a hard-ass worker. Aries has, people always say this, why does Aries get this? Why does Aries get heavy Leo energy right now? Why does Aries get this? Why does Aries get that and shit? Because we put the fucking work in. Yeah, we will take an idea and make it into something. Actual money and shit. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm getting an Aries out that's holding a fire in their hand. Yeah, the Leo in their hands, actually. Ooh, some Leo, for some of you, you feel like an Aries has your whole life in their hands. Wow. Aries, for some of you, you got a Leo or Sagittarius that thinks you have their whole life in your hands right now. Who the fuck is this? If y'all watch my readings, okay, hello to all my, I didn't say this in the beginning. Hello to all my new subscribers. I'm Yaya. Hello to all my existing subscribers. I'm not sure if I said that earlier, but hi, I'm Yaya, okay? And my existing subscribers, hey guys, okay? But I always say this in every Aries, Leo, Sagittarius reading because it's true. You might be dealing with a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? And for Aries out there, for some of y'all, another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius feels like you have their life in your hands. They don't want to live without you, I just heard. And you have the power to control their heart and their life. I don't understand what happened there. I think they left you, for some of you, and now they can't live without you. What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. No, you can't. That's what I just heard. You can't make it make sense because it don't make sense. All right, gains, increase, level up. I can't make this shit up though. Okay, when I first like pulled all these cards in the beginning of the reading, for those of you that have been here the whole time, all right, I cannot make this up though. All right, I can't make it up. I can't make this shit up. I mean, I just can't make it up. I can't make this up with the Wheel of Fortune. Good fortune, turning point, gambling. All right. For some of you, you took, again, I'm getting the full card, Aries energy. You took a leap of faith here, and it's all working out for you, and it's all working out for your family. I'm hearing children. I'm hearing the Page of Cups, the Page of fucking Swords. Like, they're watching you, your children, or people that look up to you, collective, that are seeing the results. The proof is in the pudding here. All right. Illusionist. Somebody still wants to come in and trick you. Da 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 da. What's new? There's nothing new under the sun here. Yeah, they want you to have a tower moment, or this is the tower for them. The fact that they can't trick you. All right. Tower is unwanted change, ruin, disgrace, upheaval. All right. Somebody's having a tower moment right now. Who is Queen of Swords? Or somebody's having a tower moment because you're telling the truth. And you're self-sufficient. That's what, okay, thank you, Spirit. That's what I really get from this. Somebody's having a tower moment because you are self-sufficient and you're telling the truth. People are so mad because, okay, like I said in the beginning of this reading, like this whole reading, if you were here from the beginning, I'm doing this reading because, so heartily, because I came across this YouTube video where it's like men are really upset because women are not, like, they're choosing to be single. Okay. And there's no question to me why, but it's a whole big thing now. And I didn't know that. I gotta tell you, I thought that I was like, you know, very single and lonely in this whole thing when it comes to being single and self-sufficient and everything else, because I used to get shunned for it. Now, the fact that I don't have anybody around me that's gonna tell me that, cool. Like, I got rid of all those people. Right? So I have nobody around me that's like saying, well, you know, oh, you'll find somebody one day, or, you know, why are you single? Like, I hate that question actually, because I'm like, what do you mean? I have everything I need. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why I got on here in the first place. Okay. It's because people are like, this whole thing that came up on my feed this morning, I was laughing my ass off. It was such a great morning. I had a great day, but the morning started was so funny because I was laughing. People, men, especially black men, but there was actually white men too. But I'm just saying, because you know what, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. A lot of white men are so used to having control of the whole entire world. Let's be real. But black men are, that's the reason why this is happening. Black men are starting to feel this shit. White men are starting, actually not, let me say it like different, opposite. White men are starting to feel this shit. Because black women have always taken care of shit. Because black women and men were suppressed. Hence slavery. Yeah, nobody wants to talk about that anymore, right? Slavery, yeah, it was a real thing. But, you know, after slavery in the 1920s and 30s and 40s and shit like that, women were the new slaves. And, you know, I'm hearing these stories today about white women's great-grandmothers and grandmothers who were forced to be pregnant their whole lives. And I just didn't know, right? So open up a whole new thing for me. But not just that, it just enhanced my whole entire experience when it comes to life as a woman, right? But somebody is just really upset that they can't control you here. And for all my male subscribers, I'm not trying to say you're bad. Of course not. You like me, so obviously you watch me or whatever, but I'm just saying, okay, this is the reason why I got on here live today. All right? But then we have Witchy Sister. One of your own family members, collective, your sister, could be a hater. Or you're a light witch. Because I think that came out on my decks earlier. Light witch, yes, it did. So you have nothing but good intentions here. And I think that's the reason why, another reason why people are upset. You have nothing but good intentions, and they want you to be karmic like them. Can we just be real here? Y'all know I'm real. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and lie. Yeah, we're not fucking sitting here like stressed out. We're not having nightmares, anxiety, grief. Like, somebody's mad because you're healed. Exactly. I cannot make this up. Okay? So somebody's what? Being forced to go within now? See, when you can't lean on somebody for, like, you know, emotional support, number one. Okay. What about somebody's not there to cook your food and, like, you know, do your laundry or, you know, listen to your problems? You know what I'm saying? Then you're forced to do it on your own, right? Virgo energy with the hangman. Thank you, Spirit. Heavy Aries energy right now. I mean, I just can't make this shit up, though. This is what happens when somebody is so used to, like, leaning on somebody else and they don't have that anymore. The Nine of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who's not, like, their wishes are not coming true. They have no material abundance. They have, like, bad health. Okay? I'm hearing somebody's teeth are falling. Like, why do I keep hearing somebody's teeth are falling out? That's fucked up. It's because they're worried about their, like, you know, their future with the fucking Five of Pentacles here. They're worried about their financial future without you, collective. That's what they're worried about. Yeah, that's why men are so, like, they're like, we're gonna die alone. Oh, that's what the whole thing where it comes to, like, the tied-in videos to where I was watching the girl today. Okay, and I can't wait to look her. I don't even know her name anymore, but I think I looked it up once. But she had, like, a couple of videos in there where men were saying, you know, well, you're gonna die alone with cats. And I was saying earlier, oh, well, you know, I love my dog, and I've been in love with dogs before, like men that were dogs, but I never thought I would be in love with, like, a dog, like a canine, which I love, and I'll never trade it for any man. I would never do that, right? And people always be like, well, we never knew you were going to have a dog because we thought you were selfish. No, I don't want to give my heart and soul to a nigga that don't deserve it, though. You feel me? And people were like, well, yeah, I guess that's easy because dogs don't talk back. I got do you guys know these things where, like, they're buttons for dogs and that you can teach them how to, like, talk to you and shit? And you know what his favorite one is? Obviously treats. But mommy, love you. Mommy, love you. That's his favorite buttons. Yeah, he does the other ones, like, you know, go outside, play with a ball. But other than that, his favorite ones are mommy, love you. And they're two separate buttons, too. So, I don't know whoever said the fuck, you know, being a cat lady was a bad thing. Oh, you're going to die alone with your cats. No, women are going to die with their friends and family, actually. Men are scared because they're going to die alone. And I'm not talking about my collective. Can I please make that clear again? Because I'm sure that somebody else probably joined the chat. I'm not trying to say all men are like that and all men are bad. No, okay? That's not what I'm saying. I'm referring to, like, videos I was watching earlier. Yeah, I cannot make this up, though. It's like, you know, your ex-husband or person or whatever. This is what's going on here. These men are really sad that they're afraid that they're gonna die alone. That's what's going on here. They're sad that they're not gonna have a pension with you or whatever. It's like they left you, though. I'm getting the Eight of Cups. They walked away from you. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, they're mad because you don't want to take this fucking cup with the Four of Cups. It's like, what the fuck? Are you serious? After you walked away from me? Yeah, now they're like, you know, introspection here with the fucking Hermit card, going within, okay? A quest for clarity, truth, and all this, personal truth. Like, what the fuck? Like, now they're like, oh, well, you know, well, let me fucking, like, you know, try to analyze why the fuck, you know, collective don't want me back. It's because you need to heal. People still don't want to take accountability. That's what this whole thing is about. This whole global thing is about the fact that nobody wants to take accountability. And there was a couple of videos in there too that were like, you know, I'm pretty sure it was like, you know, he was talking about, you know, Yeah, because he did say, he said my father or something like this, but I was like, yeah, no, not your father, your grandfather and your great grandfather. Just like when it comes to like, certain things from, even religious things, backgrounds. People teach their children and their children's children how to be or whatever. And it's up to the person to either take it or leave it or whatever. But this one particular kid, and it was so funny. I was laughing my ass off because it was hilarious. He was saying that he doesn't want a woman that is too educated and too, like, grounded and stabilized and all that. But he couldn't even get the words out. I was like, this is hilarious. And I was like, damn, he let somebody film his ass because you can't even like pronounce the word stability. I thought that shit was hilarious. Okay. It was a good example of the fuck that it's not the fact that they don't want women to be educated and they don't want women to be stability, have stability. It's the fact that if you're not being educated and stable for them, that's when they have the problem. If you're single and self-sufficient, that's the problem. If you're stable and shit like that, yeah, they do want you as long as you're doing it for them. I'm telling you, today was a whole epiphany for me. I'm going to mark it on my calendar. But yeah, so now they're forced to fucking like go within and all that and shit, right? And then, the temperance, like, the balance part. People are pissed off because you're balanced. I'm talking to the divine feminine right now. Yeah, because you're getting justice here. The whole thing of you being self-sufficient is a win-win, okay? Cause and effect, you actually have an education. You actually being self-sufficient. You taking the fucking wand from your grandmother who was stuck and had no choice but to be with a fucking man who was abusive and didn't have any empathy and all that. You know what I'm saying? We're choosing to be single because men don't have that. They don't have empathy. Yes, that's why. So all you guys all you cross watchers that are watching me, the reason why women don't want to deal with you is because you got some kind of dick issue where the fuck you think just because you have a penis that we're supposed to suck your penis or something, and you don't have nothing to offer us. We can put a roof over our heads. We can take care of our children. We can take care of our families. We can take care of ourselves. We have reverence for God, first of all. That should have been the first one. And we don't need you, and so that's why you're mad. I mean, can you just admit it? The first sign of recovery is admit. Who's this Leo all of a sudden that just popped out? This Leo that just got mad? So it didn't turn me off. You don't have to watch me. Go hear your mother issues. You got mother issues? Yeah, you got mother issues. Anyways, the first sign of like healing is, admitting that you have an issue. And I do believe that a lot of men are doing that. I do believe that, actually. Okay? I do believe that. Yeah, 2 of Wands. I mean, it's like waiting for results here, all right? Making plans, making choices, like with the Justice card, all right? I believe that people are waking up. Like I said, I can't make it up, all right? And yeah, they're trying to come up with new strategies. They're taking action here with the Page of Wands to come up with new strategies. I had to live, how to move. Yep, because the wand, like, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that's actually movement, energy to move. Okay, it's not like the cups, emotion. It's not like the swords, talking. Okay, it's not like the pentacles, money. Action is swords. I'm sorry, it's wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's actually doing something, moving. And this is why I said this earlier in the reading. Aries, we're the first ones. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. People moving. Yeah, it's like that move. That song where Ludacris. When I move, you move, just like that. When I move, you move. Yeah, heavy Aries energy right now. Okay, people are starting to like realize they need to come up with new ways to move here. Okay. And it's all because of you, Aries. Congratulations. Stay humble, like I always tell y'all. Don't be too cocky. Yeah, I just can't make this shit up. Okay, this is like, you might be seeing 222 collective or whoever I'm talking to, Aries. I might be talking to Aries. I'm not sure whether I want to name this Aries or not. I think maybe I will. All right, but this is waiting for results. All right, you could be seeing 222. I'm getting 2s everywhere here. All right, so yeah, Ace of Wands again. I can't make this up. All right. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I like it. With the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. This is marriage, children, reunions, family. Like, Aries. I'm getting Aries really strong with this deck right here. This one right here. You gonna get whatever you want here, okay? Because you put the work in. That's the bottom line. All right. Wheel of Fortune Collective. This is Wheel of Fortune here. Everything turning into your favor. All right. It's because you made a decision to love you first, I just heard. To love you first. Knight of Swords in reverse. This represents somebody who is like, you know, not too quick to act. To take their time. 3 of Pentacles. This is somebody who is like, actually it's a group. Skill, quality craftsmanship, teamwork, home repairs. This is somebody who is not too... Okay, so somebody's actually taking their time to heal, which is good. That's not a bad thing. See, this is what I'm talking about. I hope that people are watching me. And I hope that people are watching this woman that I was watching earlier too. And I think she had like over 3,000 views, right? But I'm just hoping this is like this goes global. Not this reading. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this whole idea of somebody, if they're feeling like, you know, because I said this earlier and this is why I'm doing the reading. Women are more not needing of men and they're feeling like women are not choosing them anymore. Okay. And they want, obviously they're, you know, saying this because they want to be chosen. So I'm hoping that they actually pay attention and heal. There is no longer a need for a woman to be married. For what? We take care of ourselves. We have security ourselves. We own businesses. And the thing about it is let's look at the fact that women are the ones that take care of the household. Women are the ones that nurture. Women are the ones that, you know, they make sure there's clean clothes and food and, you know what I'm saying? Like the domestic things that a man actually doesn't want to do. So if a man really does want that, he needs to step it up and be more emotional, be more... listen more, like, you know, and not just think about their own needs. Like, I believe that this is happening. That's what this is. And some men are super resistant, but most men, you know what? I'll just say it. I believe that most men aren't resistant. Most men aren't resistant. You don't see them online, you know, telling you that, who is this Gemini? This is Gemini heavy in your energy right now. It's been the whole reading, actually. But I believe that most men aren't resistant to this. I think they want to change. And this is the reason why this whole, they're calling it like an epidemic of men who are like, you know, socially retarded or something. And I'm sorry I used the word retarded. I'm sorry. But if you really look that word up, it just means somebody that is unknowledgeable. It's not a mental thing. It's about unknowledgeable. Anyways, I believe this was what's going on here, okay? And, you know, the Queen of Swords energy, that tells me that a lot of women are speaking their truth here. A lot of women are speaking their truth. That's what it tells me. Okay? All right, I picked it up in reverse, okay? The Fool is like, you know, not having fresh hope, not taking chances, no new beginnings. Like, I believe that this is telling me that if you don't start listening to what women really want, you're not going to have a new beginning. That's what I believe Spirit's telling me right now. I picked it up in reverse, the Fool. It's Aries energy. All right? And you will continue to, it's almost like the tactics that worked before on women are not working anymore. Women are not, like, you know, missing anything. They're not having anxiety or whatever without men. With the Nine of Swords in reverse. They're not losing sleep here. They are. These men that, you know, want to control women. Because it's like they don't really love women. They want to control. Like, there's no control there anymore. That's what this whole thing is. Yeah, it's a tower movement. I cannot make this up. This is unwanted change, upheaval, disgrace. I cannot make this shit up. Yeah, maybe their great-grandfather's still alive. And they're still, like, you know, talking shit to their great-grandson. Like, how come you're not married yet? Oh, because the bitch won't fucking conform. Oh, I know. They don't lock fucking women up anymore for being crazy for not giving you sex. You know, they used to lock women up for not giving men sex because they used to just be like, oh, they're unruly and shit. Did you know that? That's bullshit. I mean, it's true, though. I can't make this shit up with the Lover's card. I cannot make this up. Your past person, they really wish you would give them another chance because they're going to claim they changed in all this. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. For some of you, you're like, I don't buy it. Yeah, I can't make it up with the Magician. I changed. I've done the inner work. I don't buy it. I just don't. For some of you, that's what's going on here. Yeah, it's 7 of Wands. You're protected against this person or people. I just heard people, yeah. And that's why they're in the 5 of fucking cups, okay? Loss, regret, grief, abandoned. I'm sorry, it's the 5 of swords. You could be seeing 555 here, all right? This person's feeling left out. They're financially fucking broke. All right. For some of you, know this. Heavy Libra energy. For some of you, know this. When you were with this past person or people, I'm getting people. This could be like an oppressive family for some of you, okay? It comes out in my readings all the time. You guys know this. But because you're not, you know, dealing with these people or persons, they feel like they're left out of your energy, number one. Number two, they, you know, they see your balance or whatever with the temperance here, okay? Temperance. All right, Sagittarius energy. I think this came out like 3 times, but it's almost like you know how to protect yourself against these people, and they're left out, and you have balance. Like, there's nothing they can do here. To me, it's just hilarious. I don't know. To me, it's hilarious. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, for some of y'all, your fucking, your ex or your baby's father or whoever, okay, they're suffering because you were the one that held the household. I'm getting the Queen of Cups. You're the one that held the household down. So these niggas losing money and shit because they don't know how to fucking budget and all this other shit. Like, people always say that, excuse me, people always say that, like, let's say you're a house mother, right? Damn, hold on. I'm burping a lot. All right. So people always want to say, like, you know, if a woman stays home, it takes care of the children, it takes care of the house, and, you know, she's doing way more than that. She's doing the books, she's doing this and that, right? And so now these motherfuckers like complaining that they're broke and all this shit because you're not around. And it's like they're forced to fucking admit that you were the one that was holding shit down. Like, I just heard LBGTQIA. You could have had that trait if you're a male or a female. It doesn't matter. Put yourself where you belong. But I know this is right. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Somebody is not getting their wish fulfillment here. They're all fucked up. Yep. I'm getting the Six of Pentacles again. Somebody's feeling left out in the cold. Or Five of Pentacles. You could be seeing 5, 6, 7. But yeah, it's like, and people are realizing they're so much happier without anybody else around because they don't have to deal with their own shit. So people are pissed off. Okay. All right. I mean, hey, you're allowed to feel how you feel. But yeah, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, like, somebody's really mad because they're, you know, they're not getting their wish fulfillment. That's what this whole thing is about. All right. King of Swords. You might be in this, you know, position where you're, you know, you're smart enough to like deal with things on your own. Like, you don't need somebody to, you know, this is the thing about being independent. For somebody who's independent, they don't need to, like, you know, make, you know, have somebody else help them make a decision. They can just make their own decisions here. Somebody's mad because you don't need them to make a decision. Like, what? They're mad because you're logical here? I don't... All right, and you're not brokenhearted? Somebody really want you to be brokenhearted? Like, I don't understand people. I don't. King of Wands. King of Wands. This is giving me fucking Emperor energy here. King of Wands. This is like an alpha male, bold leader, charmer. Like, you're not brokenhearted. Instead, you picked yourself up and you moved on. And somebody's going in and realizing they were the problem here with the Hermit card. Yeah, with the Five of Cups. That's why they're all depressed and fucking like this nostalgic and all this shit, right? Loss, regret, grief, abandoned. And still waiting for you to come back around or waiting for something. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for with the Two of Wands. Some kind of action from you? That's what Spirit just said. Some kind of action they're waiting for? Some kind of action from you? Yeah, to tell you something to speak. All right? For some of you, you already have clarity. Why do you need to speak, I'm hearing? Why? Oh, because now they want to know what you want with the Ten of Cups. They want to know. Now they want to cooperate. Now they want to be like, you know, some kind of fucking savior. Now they want to be that, right? Yeah, now they want to work on shit. I can't make it up. Now they want to fucking be like the best husband or wife the fuck you ever had in your life, right? I can't make this up. Yeah, they want to work with you now with the Three of Pentacles. Somebody's fucking delusional. Somebody's delusional. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, well, don't leave, please. Okay. Don't move on. Don't take a fresh leap of hope. Don't have a new beginning. Don't move away from me. Don't travel away. Don't do, yeah. Somebody, you know what? Ew. Okay. It could be your own family doing this shit. With the Fool again right here. Somebody's like, please don't let shit change. Oh, please don't accept another option here with the Seven of fucking Cups. Please don't have too many options. Please fucking don't have, oh, I know I had, like, you know, commitment issues in the past, but please don't have commitment issues. Please just choose me. I want balance again. I want balance again. Like, that's the whole thing about, like, what's going on in the world. Like, the whole world, the collective, the whole world. These motherfuckers don't want shit to change, but change is inevitable. And that's what Aries is all about. We always flipping shit. We always change this shit. And this is what's going on. Like, for those who want to, you know what? Let me just not, for this little part I'm saying, let me just not put everything on men. But for those who, because I seen some videos today with women that are like, well, you're supposed to be submissive to your husband. And you're supposed, what can you add to the family? And this and that. Nobody cares about your hair. Nobody cares about your nails. I was like, damn. I was like, this bitch is like, she might have looked nice, but she was like damaged in her insides. That's another thing. Nobody wants to look on the inside no more, but I believe that people are being forced to do so with the Hermit card that came out like 3 times. You could be seeing 333. But no, seriously, somebody's like, I want balance back, whatever. They want balance back the way the fuck they think balance is supposed to be. That's what they want. They're like, oh, we're losing the country. Who was that? Chris Rock? Remember that stand-up shit, like, I don't know, like 10 years ago? It was like, oh, white people are saying they're losing the country. That shit was funny. Anyways, so yeah, you know, they're like, I want balance back with the Temperance card, okay? Sagittarius energy. And then with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, the Knight of, yeah. They're like, oh, well, if only people, okay, that's another thing. You know what? I was hoping this would come out. The Knight of Wands, a lusty, free, spirited, passionate traveler, okay, who's creative. I was really hoping this would come out. Somebody is realizing, I'm pretty sure it's you, collective, realizing how important your sexual energy really is. Who you choose to give your sexuality to is what you're going to actually manifest. And what you're manifesting is what you put your energy. Like, it goes, I'm getting, like, you know, the infinity symbol. Yeah, you could be seeing 888. What you choose to put your because sexual energy is the most potent. You know why? You know why I know that? I'll tell you why. Because everywhere you go since you were 8 years old. I'll just say 8 because I just said 888, so I might as well use 8. It doesn't matter how young you are. It's always there. You might not understand it until you're 8, especially nowadays. But ever since you were a child, this is what happens in society. They use sex to get you to do certain things, right? I know that's why society is mad at me, for example. I'm not, like, I don't conform. Aries in general, we don't do that. We do what we want to do. Okay, so they're really pissed off about that. And the fact that Aries is like an innovator, people follow suits, right? But my point is, when it comes to this, what I just pulled with the Temperance and the Knight of Wands, balance. Somebody wants to think things the way they used to be. The way they used to be. No, like, acknowledge the change at all. They still want you to be in lustful energy here. And this is the reason why I'm so happy that people are abstaining from sex. Myself included, yes, for years. Now, that being said, people, like, you know, weed, like, the people out more often that just want sex, number one. Number two, you're gonna get backlash. Yes. Especially if you're a young girl and, like, they're mid-20s or something that's not married yet. And you say you don't want to be married. And therefore you're not having sex. And you don't have any children. They're gonna say that you're gonna be a spinster. You're gonna be like I was saying earlier. Oh, you're gonna end up, like, you know, dying alone with your cats. So, and most women will never die alone. This is the whole thing, and, like, I will say this again because I don't know who's joined me recently since I said this. I will say this again. I'll reiterate. Just because a woman is single doesn't mean she's lonely, number one, all right? Number two, we'd rather be alone with our children or cats or whatever because they're not going to give us any grief, okay? Number one. Number two, we don't die alone. We die with our friends and family and, like, things like that, our cats, if need be, right? But the thing about it is men, especially misogynistic men who want control over you, they're the ones that are afraid of dying alone. Let's just put it out there. So, of course, they're going to make it seem like, you know, you're wrong for, like, wanting to be single and self-sufficient. Okay. King of Swords. Now I'm getting the energy with the King of Swords. I'm getting the energy of, yeah, somebody who wants to tell you that you're going to die alone and you're going to be unhappy and shit. But you're not, so it's like, what the fuck? Because I'm looking at the, yeah, I'm starting over here again, like I always do. If you guys watch me, I go from here to here, here to here, here to here. I use different decks. That's the way I do my shit, okay? But yeah, This King of Swords is like, you know, trying to lie to you and tell you the fuck you're gonna die alone. Okay, everybody dies alone. Even if you're a twin, you die alone. You're born alone, you die alone. You don't, your mother doesn't push both of you out at the same time. Yeah, Spirit just said one of you could die. I've heard scenarios where somebody was like, yeah, I had a twin. My mother told me or something like that. Or there was, you guys remember my big fat Greek wedding where one of the aunts was telling her, was it her? Yeah, his parents. They were like, they kept giving them Sambuca shots, so they were all drunk by the time she got there. But one of the aunts was telling them that she went to the doctor one time, she had a growth or something on her, like on her neck. And they took a scraping and found out it was like, it was a twin. But it, like she said they found teeth or something. I was like, ew, why would you tell somebody that? Anyways, yes, my point is that movie was funny. My big fat Greek wedding. That shit was hilarious. And he converted into her religion and everything to marry her. It was romantic kind of, okay? Anyways. So yeah, from what I'm getting from this, now that I'm looking over here again, okay? Somebody really just wants you to, like, you know, do what they want here with the King of Swords. They're like telling you what to do and you're like, no, I don't have to conform. I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm hearing the Queen of fucking Swords. You don't have to do what you don't have to, like, yeah, people are so mad because women have rights. Okay, first it was like, you know, people were mad because black people had rights. If you're black, ask your fucking great grandmother, if you still have one, how her life went. Because I got a chance to meet mine, Big Mama. I told you that in the beginning of the reading if you were here. It wasn't always cracked up to be. Yeah, she was married her whole life, but so what? So what? Yeah, she mastered fucking self too, that's for sure, okay? Most women, because I'm talking about, you know, the fact that men still want control right here, and most women are masters of self and they're masters of everything. Like, men really, they're starting to get it now. That's my point. Men didn't really understand what it was like to do things on their own until women stepped back and said, fuck you, I don't want to be with you, and I'm just going to do my own thing. I'll make my own life and everything else. And now men are forced to be their own fucking energy and all that, right? Women, on the other hand, I know this is the King of Pentacles. I'm sorry. This is the King of, this is Seven of Pentacles, but it has a man. It has a man, like, giving, you know, giving right here, okay? It doesn't matter. What I'm saying, it doesn't matter gender. You know, tarot doesn't have any gender. But my point is, people are starting to realize that a woman she's not obligated to give if she doesn't want to. And in turn, we're more successful and shit like that. And people are pissed, right? We don't care. Good thing they don't hang witches no more. I just heard that. I agree with that. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Absolutely. You know, I looked into my Akashic records and I figured it out. I was hung as a young witch when I was about 22 years old for being a good witch. They hung me. When I was 22, this is not my first time here. This is like my third time here, actually. Nope, Spirit just said 4. I never actually asked Spirit before. Damn, Spirit just keeps saying 5, 6. I'm gonna have to look into that more often and see, really. I know what I was back in the day, a good witch, because I'm a good witch now. Some people were bad witches when they were, I know this one reader I watch, she said that. She was like, I was a bad, like, actually 2 of them I watched. They both said that. They were like, I was a bad witch when you know, my past life. No, I was always a good witch. And I keep, you know what? Your soul only comes back if you ask Spirit. If you're like, okay, Spirit, I'll go back. That's what I've heard or whatever. I'm not sure. But all I do know is I just said 3 and Spirit just said, nah, 5, 6. Damn, 7. I mean, I'm thinking about it and I'm saying to myself, yeah, I could endure 7 times of having to go through this shit. I don't know. I don't believe that I would want to be. Yeah, spirit said 8 again. All right. You know what? Maybe my spirit is one of the spirits that is willing to, you know, keep it moving until things get right. I don't know. But I do know I was sacrificed in the past life for being a goat witch. I do know that. All right, justice, yes. Exactly. I can't make it up. You know, for some of you, this is the time around where you're going to have justice. You might have been like me. You might have been here before. You might have been reincarnated for this time. And I was saying that to a client earlier. We were both talking about it. What a great time to be alive to witness this. Because our grandmothers and great-grandmothers and great-great-grandmothers, you know, either if you're black especially, either you were a slave or you were, oh, if you were a woman, you were a slave. You feel me? So no rights for like what, 800 years? Or longer, I just heard. Yeah, 900 years, I just heard. Like, and to endure all that, and for me to be here, who's this Gemini that keeps popping up? Libra, Aquarius, Leo energy. It might be your own family members, but you know, they'll never tell you how much they look up to you, but they do. Anyways, for me to be here, I'm so humbled. I'm humbled. And for me to be doing my purpose, and not just this, I do all my purposes. Like I tell you guys all the time, like my hair salon, I'm in the business of women. I love it. And the catering business, I feed men that deserve it because they pay me, number one, but you know, those are the ones that actually, you know, they want quality food, right? My paintings. Niggas love my shit, all right? I love that shit. My books, you feel me? And I'm just very humbled about living on this earth now. My past lives, I'm not sure about, and I'm going to dig into that more. Maybe first, yeah, spirits tell me to tell y'all. Maybe some of y'all need to dig into y'all histories. Yeah, figure out where you came from. It's very important. Damn, somebody's screaming. My ears ringing. If you don't want to watch me, don't watch me. Why? Because I'm telling the truth? Yes. Oh, am I exposing you? Anyways. Anyways, the King of Wands here. You're alpha male or you're alpha, okay? It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, okay? You're a bold leader here, all right? Yeah, and people are going through things that they never thought were going to happen. Unseen problems, voluntary changes. People are being forced to change here. It's because you're not going to coddle them anymore. Collective, I'm going to say collective. It's because you're not going to coddle them anymore. That's what this is. People are so mad because, you know, there's a video earlier. Oh, well, how come nobody's like my grandmother? Your grandmother was fucking so miserable. She was fucking pregnant every year of her life. But they stayed together. You want to know why? She didn't have any domestic skills to leave his ass. And some of them killed your grandfather. You want to know why he died when he was 34? From, you know, uncertain things when they did the, you know, autopsy. It's because she gave him something in his food. That's why. Trigger warning. Oh, but you're still alive. You know, you're still here, so. Oh, but you still got those kind of qualities from him. Okay, great. You know what? It doesn't matter. Yeah, because we're moving on here, okay? We're not going to let you fucking set us up for failure, all right? People are so pissed off about this. People are so upset. They really don't like the fact that people are waking up here. It makes them really sad with the 5 of Cups. It makes them really fucking sad. Yeah, 9 of Wands, that they can't come in and fucking, like, you know, charm you out of your pants, I'm hearing. Ew. Yeah, people are, the celibacy is global. And like I said earlier, if you guys were listening, it's disgusting. There's some new, like, STD out there. How is there a new STD? They haven't cured any of them. How is there a new one? I'm so glad I don't have sex. Thank God. Anyways, yeah, I'm telling the truth here with the Ace of Wands. or people are finding out the truth. Yeah, that taking leaps of faith aren't always the best thing in the world, but this is fresh hope, taking chances, new beginnings, travel and shit. Like, travel to figure. Okay, so this is like, I'm hearing this traveling of the mind to figure out how to fucking make yourself better here. Some people are really being forced to, like, figure out who they really are without somebody else. And that's the reason why this whole loneliness pandemic with men is so fucking on the high rise. And, oh, women don't fucking want to be with men anymore. Why do you think that is? Yeah, they're being forced to fucking figure that out. Little punk bitches, yeah. They're being forced to get it out of their head here, okay? And stop putting themselves in self-restrictions and self-imposements. All right. People don't want to go to jail anymore. That's what I just heard. I'm getting the fucking Five of Pentacles in reverse. They don't want to be left out no more, and they know they have to change. Okay, great. Okay, yeah. They're not gonna just take leaps of faith without studying first. I just heard. Good for them. Yeah. So they can get this Ace of Cups. Exactly. Okay. New proposals, marriages, and shit like this. They don't want to be like choosy anymore. They want to fucking settle down and shit. Seven of Cups. Like, they don't want to have abusive relationships anymore. They don't want to fucking have commitment issues anymore. There's more men in therapy than women nowadays. That's what I heard earlier. Yeah, because they want to trust themselves and shit like this. They want to know secrets and mysteries. And don't tell me people are going to therapy so they can okay, thank you, Spirit. That's exactly what I just got intuited. Be careful for some of y'all women out there, especially. Some men are going into therapy because, I just heard the black magic ain't working no more. The manipulation ain't working no more. Okay. So now they're going into therapy to figure out how to fucking trick you. How to be more sensitive, how to be more kind, how to be more giving. So that when they get what they want, they can flip it on your ass. We know better. Don't be. See, cross-watcher, that's not gonna fucking work, bitch. Yeah, we're way smarter than you think we are. Aw, does it make you angry? Yeah, you can't come in and sweet talk us with the Knight of Wands, you fucking punk bitch. Why don't you go be with a man? Yeah, think about it. Retreat, rest, renewal, solitude, recovery. You need to fucking heal yourself. There's something wrong with you. For some of them, they have mother issues. Where, people talk about mother issues and they think, oh, mother issues means that, somebody didn't get hugged as a child. No, what about the fact that your mother taught you? Your own mother, not your father. Your mother taught you that women are to be abused. Women are to be used. Women are, because I told you, I seen a video today where a woman was like, well, your place is to be fucking serving your family and helping your men. Who gives a fuck about your, and she was all dolled up. I'm like, damn, did she get paid to say this? She got paid, I believe. She don't really believe that. Because she's really pretty. It was a nice wig. It was long, straight wig. It was I would say on maybe a little darker tint honey blonde, and then a little bit of white highlights in it. It was so cute. It was super straight. Okay, and her makeup was flawless. It wasn't AI. I could tell the difference. But she was like, well, as a woman, you're supposed to just, be he's the head, you're the tail. The children are supposed to, they're under you, but he's the top and you're under him and shit. And who gives a fuck about your nails? Who gives a fuck about your business? Who gives a fuck about, yeah. She's like, if you have a business, who gives a fuck about that? Who gives a fuck if you have a job? I'm like, what the fuck? Who's this Cancer energy? Yeah, Gemini, Cancer, fucking Libra, Virgo, Aquarius. Damn. This person, most of these people were conditioned to think and believe this way. That's what this whole thing is about. And people are pissed off because it's getting destroyed. It's a tower moment. That's what this whole thing is about. That's why I had to get on here tonight. It's a tower moment. It's a tower moment. And people are pissed. Because what? They can no longer use you and abuse you. That's what this whole thing is about. And that's just what it is. All right? Yeah, justice is here. That's it. Libra energy. Lust. I just heard that, yeah. Lust is no longer a thing. Like, people are not going to be lustful anymore. Now, not just sex. People are not lustful for materialistic things either. And that's what the whole thing really breaks down, okay? You talk about, like, you know, higher ups, like government, shit like that, or people that are like CEOs of big companies, like Walmart, for example, who is owned by a woman. She knows better, though. I'm pretty sure her ass has a backup plan for when shit fall apart, if it fall apart. You feel me? Because she's not dumb. She's a woman, right? She's not married either. She's CEO of Walmart. Woman. She not married. She's single. So how's that a failure, right? Exactly. The bitch is taking over the world. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call her a bitch, because she's not. I'm just saying. Like, when I say a bitch right there, I'm saying she a bad bitch. You feel me? But justice is being served here, and people are not liking this shit. Yeah, 5 of Wands in reverse. We're not going to argue here. People are like, oh, well, you know, they're not even going to argue the fact that we're saying, because I remember that video I saw earlier with a girl, it was a white girl. She's videotaping herself, but we can hear the audio, right? But she's holding the phone down here, like right at her waist. And so we can see, like, it's looking up at her face, and she's smiling the whole time, like, and she keeps looking down at her phone because she's recording. But the guy, whoever he is like, well, you need to lower your standards, and you're gonna end up alone. And she's like, okay. And she's like, well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, we're not falling for who's a Scorpio too. I said it a couple of times, but there's a Scorpio that's nagging. Gemini hardcore, Libra hardcore, Aquarius. They're like, if you watch me, I know you know I'm ignoring your ass, okay? Because fuck off, all right? Anyways, so somebody knows damn well that justice I mean, time has to change. It's inevitable. Like, everybody knows this, but they want to go in their favor. It's not, okay? I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. But this 5 of Wands in reverse, like, we're not going to argue with them. We're moving on with the 6 of fucking Swords. We're not, like, that's the thing about, that's what the whole thing about this is. All right? Yeah, with the 2 of fucking Wands. Like, we're waiting for other things to come along. We're not fucking worried about what's going on now. All right? Yeah, 4 of Cups. We're going to take what we want here. We're not going to settle for anything less. All right? The 9 of Wands. Okay, if somebody is going to be charming and nice to us, we might fucking, like, you know, but we're going to spend our own money. Like, if you go on a date, you're going to spend your own money. You're not going to let somebody pick you up. Like, yes, absolutely. Especially if it's a first date. Any fucking woman knows that shit. Yeah, Spirit said, no, that's not true. I'm telling you, especially for y'all young ones, if you're having a first date especially, do not let this nigga pick you up. Uber yourself if you don't have a car to get to the fucking date. Don't let this nigga pay for your date. You're supposed to be just getting to know this person. You don't know this. He's a stranger. Stranger danger. How about that? Stranger, remember that shit when you were, like, young? If you're, like, 40 like me, you know that saying, stranger danger, okay? You don't know who this fucking person is. And always let somebody know who the fuck the person is. Like, I remember one time I took a picture of somebody's license plate because I went to, like, the town over to see him or whatever, to have a date, right? And so I'm like, oh, how'd you get here? And he's like, oh, my car's right there. I'm like, oh, click. And he's like, what you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm sending this to my sister. He's like, why? Because she needs to know who the fuck I'm dealing with in case I go missing or something. And I laughed. Because, I was like, okay, I'm going to laugh, right? He did not like that at all. But, of course, that was, like, the first and last date, right? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you that shit. Protect yourself. Do not fucking let this nigga come pick you up on the first dates. And do not let him pay for anything on the first date either. Pay for your own shit. Because he's going to think he could fuck you the first fucking date. Or kiss you or whatever. But men always think they're entitled to your fucking body. Because they paid for something or whatever. Nigga, you stupid? Yeah, they have this preconception about you. Because they pay for something or whatever. Anyways. So yeah. Alright. They're going to think they can come in and like sweet talk you out of your pants or whatever with your drawers. But this, I can't make this up with the 7 of fucking swords. All they want to do is like rob you, betray you, be dishonored, like lie to you and shit like this and run away. I cannot make this shit up though. I can't make it up. I wish I could. But actually I wouldn't. I wouldn't make it up. But you the Empress. You the Empress. You the Empress. 10 of fucking swords. They want to come in and do this shit to you? A complete painful ending? And this is the King of fucking Cups? Damn. This is the fucked up shit about it. I'll just say collective. I was going to say Aries. I'll say collective Aries. Whatever, okay? I just got Sagittarius energy. Somebody wants to come in because they know you're a good person and ruin your shit because they want to have some kind of control over you. That's what I've been saying the whole reading. That's this whole collective thing. And maybe I will call this a collective reading. The bottom line is niggas are losing control. I just got the government. What the fuck? Like, damn, they watch me too? Hi. How about you make my fucking, like, you know, my life easier with this whole thing with the community? If you're watching me, you fucking dumb bitch. Yeah, you work for us, don't you? But you don't want us to look at that like that, but you don't want us to look at it like that, right? But I pay taxes and I voted for your ass. Actually, I'm thinking about one good one right now. I like her. She's a woman, actually. Anyways, yeah. The whole thing about it is the system is cracking down for them because the fuck we chose to fucking choose ourselves with the Fool card. We chose to do that. I can't make it up. The 5 of Cups, and now they're feeling lost. You know, as long as they could like control you, collective, they were in control, right? And now they're feeling lost and grief because we took a leap of faith to actually love ourselves more. We're not blind anymore with this 8 of fucking swords in reverse. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, this whole shit is breaking down, I just heard. All right, with the 6 of fucking wands. Exactly. I can't make this up. This is victory, reward, recognition. Everybody's following suit with this Ace of Cups. Everybody wants something new. They're like tired of this old school shit. Everybody, and that's another thing too. All the old school people are like dying off, but they're trying to pass this shit on to their grands and all that. It's not working. Some of them, yeah, but they're gonna die off too. I just heard that. Trigger warning. The 6 of Cups. This is like nostalgia in a sense, like fucking. All right, even people from your past want to come along. Ace of Wands, yeah, new romance projects, urge to create. Even they want to come along. And you already know this with the High Priestess. You know this. People that are not awakened, they don't, like, either you're awakened or you're not, number one. Harry. Somebody's name could be Harry, but heavy Aries energy. But I said this in the Aries reading, I think, this week. But either you're awakened or you're not. That's the thing about people. Either you're awakened or you're not. Like, you can't, like, really, like, impose your fucking, like, beliefs on anyone. If you believe it, and then you do. If you don't, you don't. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? But people are starting to wake up here with the High Priestess. Okay? And they're starting to walk away. I cannot make this up with the 8 of Cups. Abandonment, withdrawal, retreat, travel, moving on. People are starting to move on from shit. They're starting to, like, you know, think about it at night with this 4 fucking swords. And realize things here. People are starting to really wake up. I'm really happy to be here. I said this in the beginning of the reading. I'm happy to be here. And I thank God, thank you ancestors, for letting me be here. The reason why I'm actually here is because of the work and the effort that my ancestors and my great-great-grandmother that had to fucking sit and wait for her to fucking, her life to be over, I guess, because she didn't want to kill herself. She wanted to make sure that I was going to be here. She fucking settled for a nigga that she fucking didn't love. Okay? Just like the rest of y'all great-grandmothers, usually, most of them. I'm not saying all of them. You know what? I wonder. And comment in the section if you want, if you know, of your great grandmothers or whatever that actually had a happy marriage. Comments, because I really would like to know. I used to think I knew this one couple. Actually, this bitch I used to be friends with from middle school. I used to think that they were happy, but then I found out that, I went over there one day actually, and he was beating her. And so obviously he was beating the mother too. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, okay, well, that's not right. And I believe they're still married, but then again, it's weird. I'll go over there. Well, I used to go, like, I stopped going over there like 2 years ago because I stopped being friends with her. But her mother was always a friend of mine. Her mother. And long story short, I never seen him again. And they used to always say that he was like in the room, he didn't want to see nobody or something. I think they killed his ass a long time ago. That's what I think. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, people are starting to like actually have to sit down with themselves with this 4 fucking swords. Rest, retreat, renewal. Okay? And actually think about their lives and reflect. They're forced to do this shit now. All right? Yeah, Knight of Wands. I mean, I want to make it up. I wouldn't, but I can't. All right? Somebody who is lusty, free, passionate. Somebody's like, as a collective. These people are starting to realize that they're the problem. Because if they sit back and really analyze the situation, you are happy without them. That's just the bottom line here. People are so mad about this shit. Damn. Who's talking shit now? My lip is itching? You can turn me off, bitch. I feel like it's a female. If you don't agree, bitch, you don't have to watch me. What, you mad because you stuck in a loveless relationship and you can't get out? Yes, you can. You just afraid to start all over. That's your fucking problem. Stop talking shit, you stupid hoe. Yeah, you a hoe. You want to know why you a hoe? It's because you chose to fucking stay with this nigga. You chose to have his children. You chose to fucking be an in-house slave. It's not my fault that you didn't go to school. You chose not to. Stop watching me. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, that's right. I'm very intuitive. I know what's going on. You can't hide from me. You know what Spirit just said? This is really funny. Because that first Spirit said, just older men over 40. And then Spirit was like, no, that's not true. Because I think Spirit just wants to reiterate here. Men and boys are really mad. You want to know why they're really mad? Because women don't cook the same way they used to. They're really upset about that. They would never say that. They would never tell you that. You want to know why? Because they have fast food. I just heard they have ramen noodles. Some of them can cook, but they can't cook like you. Some of them are really mad because you won't cook for them. They know that's where it really lies. Like, grandma used to cook, like, she could make a fucking meal out of any fucking thing. I remember I used to date this one guy. This is years ago. This is like 17 years ago, 18 years ago. And we used to camp together, right? The only reason why we used to camp together is because I like to camp, okay? He never asked to go in, all right? And then I broke up with his ass. Anyways, my long story short. Men and boys are missing grandma and shit because she used to just cook for them because, you know, I guess it was cute. What? Little grandson, he cute, right? And grandma was already cooking anyways, you feel me? But men and little boys, I call them little, I don't give a fuck how old they are. Sometimes they could be a 50-year-old man. They little boys. Fuck them. They little boys. They're never gonna grow up. That's it, right? But they would never admit this shit to you. They really miss your cooking, collective. They can't cook that way. Yeah, I just heard whenever they're, even if their sister cooks, it's not the same as you. Yeah, because they don't get the sex involved. Ooh. Dang. Wow. The sex included. It's crazy. Yeah, with the 5 of fucking swords. I mean, wands in reverse. You won't even argue with this nigga. Yeah, exactly. Yo. Collective. I think I'm gonna call this collective reading, but whatever. This shit is crazy, okay? It's just crazy. They're stuck with somebody who is not nurturing, not caring, okay? I think it's themselves. I don't give a fuck if it's a Queen of Cups or not. Energies are energies. This is somebody who's not nurturing, okay? Not helpful, not healing, not supportive. They're stuck with their fucking bum-ass friends, okay? Or women that are not like you, collective. That's what they're stuck with here. Because they refuse to grow up and change and shit. They don't want to do the work. Somebody doesn't want to take accountability. Who's this fucking Sagittarius? Virgo, Taurus. Gemini. Aquarius. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I guess I'm going to call like a collective reading here. But these motherfuckers don't want to take accountability for the fact that they fucked up. And they're never going to tell you they're sorry and shit. They don't want to take accountability. Okay. But they still miss what you've done for them. What movie was that? I remember this. There was a movie. Heavy Taurus energy. There was a movie. Oh, by the way, you're celebrating right now, too. Somebody's celebrating their divorce. I just heard. Congratulations. Yeah, because your grandmother couldn't get out of hers. She was stuck there for her whole life. What a shame. Anyways. Yeah, somebody's mother was stuck, I just heard, for their whole lives. Comment in the section and tell me if I'm right. Because I know I am. I know I am. You might be watching right now, okay? But no, seriously. You know, somebody's stuck with somebody they don't want to be with, but they know this person is going to settle for them. Because they don't have to change for this person, right? They don't have to elevate. They don't have to do anything. No work. All they have to do is show up, I just heard. And, you know, we're not settling for that anymore. I'm proud of you, okay? I'm proud of y'all. Exactly, 4 of Cups. We're not looking for just the right, like, we're not looking, that's why most of you guys don't have sex. We don't want the instant gratification here. No. That's exactly what we don't want. Queen of Swords upright. I'm telling the truth, and I know this is right. We're thinking logically here. We're not, like, we're actually speaking our truth. We're telling people, I'm not selling for less. And I don't have to, I just heard. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Spirit. We don't have to. Thank your ancestors and your spirit guides. We actually don't have to. It's because of the work they put in. Everybody always talks about how feminists are this and that. Da, 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 da. Don't forget how much work they put in so that you could be independent. That's why I shout and scream my fucking brains off during Independence Day, 4th of July. Somebody's birthday's on 4th of July. That's why I scream my brains off. It's not about American independence. No, it's about mine as an individual black woman. Yes, a black woman. I'm really talking about women in general in this reading, but as a black woman, because before women were oppressed, there was black women in general being oppressed. Anyways, nobody looked at that until after slavery, okay? But I love you guys, all you women, okay? Even men, I love you guys too. I'm not saying I hate y'all. I'm not, you know, I've been saying this the whole reading. Let me reiterate. I'm not saying all y'all are like, you know, some men. I'm just saying it's still like an empowerment thing here for me, okay? Yes, I want to celebrate women. I am in the business of women. My hair salon is my primary fucking deal, and that's where I get my money from. Not only that, I went into it believing that I can empower women, and I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I take women's beauty and I elevate it, which is like really empowering for me, which is the reason why I do this whole thing too. I'm empowering people. All right. Yeah, your nurturing side is out. Everybody's saying it. Like for the men that do watch me, I know that you're nurturing. Yeah. And nobody really wants to fucking, this is the thing about men. Nobody wants you guys to have renewal about this, okay? Inner clarity about this. Nobody wants you to have the inner clarity in knowing that you can be nurturing. You can be empathetic. You can be supportive of women. All right. For those of you men that are watching me, I just know this already. Thank you, Spirit. I know that's the reason why I just said men, because nobody really wants you to know that you could be supportive of us and shit like this, and it will make your life so much better. Nobody wants you to know that, but I'm gonna tell you that right now, and I think that the men that watch me, they know this. Happy life, happy wife. Remember that old school thing that black men used to say? Only some of them. And I'm so surprised to this day that that is still a saying for some men. I'm shocked actually that made it through. Because a lot of things don't make it through. You feel me? But yeah, with the 5 of Cups, somebody's still lonely without you. Da, 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 da. Who's this Gemini? Yeah, with the 4 Cups. Exactly. I can't make this shit up, though. All right? Somebody wants you to, like, take this fucking new offer. It's an old offer. You are looking at what you've lost, and you didn't really lose shit, actually. All right? You're going to wait for the right person, collective. That's it. There's nothing else really to say when it comes to this. You know better than this, okay? All right? With the 6 of fucking, you're celebrating, like, I see, like, you know, I was just saying the 4th of July. Yeah, there's fireworks and shit. You might be in a new relationship. You might be. Yeah, with the King of Pentacles. Somebody who's solid, practical. All right. For some of you, you know, all right, I'm not going to say rich. It could be like, rich could be, you know, like I say all the time in my readings, health is wealth. That could be it. You're going to be collective. You're going to be with somebody who is on the same wavelength. An equal give and take. The 6 of Pentacles, I'm getting that. But somebody who has your best interests and who adds to the table, and somebody you have the best interest for and you add to their table. That's what's going on here. And people can't stand change, but it's inevitable, like I said earlier. All right. Yes, with the Ace of Wands, it's new. Everything new. You might be seeing 111, like I said earlier. Okay. People can't handle truth, though. person's gonna be very charming, or maybe you are. Romantic proposal. You might be going on dates. 10 of Wands. Shit. Somebody's so mad about this. Like, somebody's so mad because, okay, this is the whole thing. I'm telling you. This is the whole deal. People are fucking waking up and they're realizing they deserve more and they're not going to settle for less. They'd rather be single. Now, if you meet somebody on a date that you think is going to be like good for you, you might like give it a shot. Like, people that are awakened are meeting. Okay, basically, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Basically, people are meeting each other that are like-minded, and the ones that are not are left out in the cold. I'm getting the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, well. You chose not to awaken. We can't make anybody fucking awaken. That's for one thing. It's like somebody that gets married to somebody and who's like, oh, I could change him. That is not... Whoever thought of that, actually? Yeah, Spirit just says somebody who has money or whatever and they think they could change them with money. That's what I just heard. Is that it? Somebody who gets with you and thinks that you're going to change because they have money? And they can just tell you to do whatever. Yeah, it's all about control here. That's what this whole reading's been about. People are pissed off because they don't have control over you. That's what this whole thing is about. Society-wise. Society-wise. Yeah, so you walked away from this bullshit. Okay? And you refuse to go back, I'm hearing. I know I'm not going back. Are you fucking stupid? Why? Why should I go? Yeah, exactly. 2 of Pentacles. Multi-choice. Yeah. Weighing your options. You don't, like, people are realizing they have choices here. You don't have to settle. And you're still keeping your, like, you know, I just heard you're keeping your faith. I just heard. Because this is 9 of Pentacles again. I'm sorry. Knight of Wands. Lusty, free-spirited. Choices. Yep, people are mad. Like, you don't have to settle. That's the thing. Back in the day, you had to. Like, your grandmother had to. You feel me? Yeah, I can't make this up. Queen of Pentacles. This is a resourceful woman. All right? Who know? Like, she's got skills. The message. Some women now are making more money than men, and that's another thing that's fucking them up bad. They can't control you with money. Yo. I mean, what else could I say here? What else could I really say here? But I could say have a good morning, even afternoon or night. Listen, thanks for hyping up the video. Thanks for all the likes, comments, subscribes, okay? The super thanks, the Venmos, the Cash Apps. Like, you guys I love you guys so much. And, you know, I always get clarity when I do these. So, thank you, Spirit. And thank you guys so much, okay? You have no idea how much it touches my heart that you're here. It makes me feel really good. And, you know, to my Aries, this is what's supposed to happen. And don't ever let anybody tell you you doing something wrong. Like, I don't think that's going on anymore. If you were told that when you were, like, a child, I'm hearing, you know that. You know better than that. I'm getting the Page of Wands. You know better than that. Like, if anybody ever tried to suppress your ass, that's over. I'm getting the Death card. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching me. I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Later.